do I have to change these settings each time? Boom. Cool. I am so tired.
Tell me about it.
Getting there. I worked 54 hours this week. They called me in the day, and I was like, overtime, right? They're like, yeah. Like, cool.
Nah.
About that.
Right.
Well, my job is across the street.
Group
So.
chat, so.
That's the thing is, like, I'm always scheduled until, like, X time, and I'm very consistently staying later every single day.
Yo, check this shit out, man. So, this Friday, my work is its 20th anniversary of opening.
Heck yeah.
And so they're like, oh, let's throw a celebration party. And they're also they're taking off 2 hours out of each shift, except third shift. Because the party is scheduled from I think 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And so first shift can come in an hour later. That's their thing. So they come in instead of 7, they come in at 8. And they leave at 2 instead of 3.
Nice.
Third shift gets off an hour early, so instead of ending at 11, they end at 10. And also because the party, they start an hour later.
Jeez.
None of that applies to third shift. So we have to work 7. Okay, we get an hour off because no one's going to be there at 7. So we work the full 8 hours. And if we want to get paid for an 8th hour, we can come to the party at 2 o'clock. But no one wants to come to the fucking party. Because that means we have to come back to work. Usually when we're fucking sleeping. I am so mad about this. Oh my god.
It's a thankless job, dude.
Fucking stupid.
I was just gonna say, cool. I'm yawning. And I was just gonna say, I worked for like 6 days in a row. This is my first day off, and they called me at like 8:40 p.m. I'm like, no, the store's only open for another hour and 20 minutes. I'm not going to be coming in today or tomorrow because I want my full weekend off.
Damn, I wonder what that's like.
No, dude, the fucking weirdest feeling in the world is working a night shift at a Kmart I think I stayed till 1 in the morning on a school night. I worked till like 1 in the morning on a school night at a Kmart. It's the weirdest feeling in the world because there's nobody there.
I feel like an empty like Kmart, Walmart, etc.
Customers,
No, but like, because then you got to do the bullshit that no one else wants to do.
Oh, the jobs you have to do.
But you
really
have
suck.
all the time to do it, and you don't have to have any interruptions from customers.
That's the thing is like,
Yeah,
I
but,
hate
like,
closing shifts, but at the same time, I can be slow.
Fucking stock area, and it was fucking pain in the ass.
I have to do that when there's customers saying, "Hey, there's not enough people at the register."
No, it's not fun. Because you work at what, a Save-A-Lot or
Yes.
A Save-A-Lot?
Yes.
Okay, does that have clothes and shit?
Hmm?
Does that have like clothes?
It's a grocery store.
Yeah, it's a grocery store. It's a grocery store. My Kmart was like a super Kmart, so it had groceries and it had
Super Kmart.
I remember those.
Oh yeah.
There's one still in Barberton. It's just like, yo, hanging on.
So
I
I did not only sort food, I had to sort fucking clothes. It's probably
Listen.
it's not fun.
Listen. I feel you. I would much prefer that to having the busiest Save-A-Lot in Cleveland consistently not having enough and terrible management that ups and gets fired 2 weeks after getting hired.
Damn.
That's fair.
I thought that was bad. Oh yeah, I went inside my GameStop to pick up my stuff.
I kind of forgot the last time I streamed was Octo expansion, I didn't realize that the last person who followed me as Aqua was here, and I'm kind of triggered. I'm kind of triggered by it.
Aqua.
Aqua. She got Norded. Don't you know?
That's my title.
Yeah, on the good
It's
old
okay.
Discord.
You didn't break a chair, which is still broken, by the way. I have to go buy a new one.
Dude, when I was out delivering today, there was just a pretty solid office chair out in somebody's front yard to be taken with like a really tiny desk, and I was tempted to stop and grab it.
Dude,
The
I've
box
just been like, this is mine now.
Alrighty. You think we're good? We gave people enough time to filter in at the start? Ugh.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Welcome to the cast of us, ladies and gentlemen. We skipped a few weeks. I had vacation. People got busy. We all have jobs, and it sucks because life is fun. I am your host, Chris. First links up there. Happy to be back. And this week I am joined by...
Lawn Shay Thrash, LThrash02 on Twitter, and why are you laughing?
Sorry.
What's so funny, huh?
You were like, Lord, you sounded confused for a second.
I thought he was gonna say lawn chair.
No, we leave that in high school.
Oh, you got that? Shit, I feel bad.
But yes, pleasure to meet y'all. For those who are new, and for those who are returning, I love you.
Aww.
All right,
My turn?
yeah.
So I believe last time we were here, I was supposed to change my handle to @Yada. Unfortunately, @Yada is taken by a bot. So
Are you serious?
I'm
Wait,
so
is it still
serious.
there? Because
So,
Twitter purged the bots.
oh, you know what?
Search.
I'm
search,
already on it.
search.
There's DJ Yada. There's Call Me _Yada. That
Dude,
seems to be
that
it.
was
I think you might
gone.
be safe, sir.
Oh
Go.
my gosh, I'm
Do
doing
it
it right
now.
now.
Can I go
I'd like-
straight to
I'd like
@Yada?
to thank.
I'm gonna try.
No, @Yada, Kenyatta.
Ah, bullshit.
Is it okay? Yeah.
He's still there. What was his last tweet though?
July 2nd,
Literally,
2017.
look through his profile is
Oh.
garbage.
Yeah.
Location is literally like actual coordinates. This person joined in 2006.
All of the recent tweets have been about
tweets
phone.
and
That's an OG
replies,
though.
let's
That's
see
an OG.
here. No, last
That
thing
is
was from
what year?
July 7th, 2017. It has been
Literally a
inactive
year
for a
ago.
year. Unless we
He
can,
died,
let's
no.
see the likes here. June 1st, he liked
Yeah.
something. He still exists.
Dang.
I don't
You can
care.
pull that. You can pull that extra and like put the underscores before and after it. You can get that double X going.
Oh, God.
Can you put an
I'm never doing that
Can you put
in
an
my life.
exclamation point in Twitter?
I do
No.
not know.
I
You can
tried.
put you can make it the Yada.
I could. We'll see. We'll see. For now, I'm still.
For now,
standard.
you're still a
Yada,
bit
yada,
awkward
yada.
there.
Yada yada yada.
Soon I'll be the shortest. The shortest username here. But until
You know.
Oh, that's a decent transition. Because you know who does have the shortest username here? Oh, this guy right here. I fully expected someone to be like, who, and then not just do the math. So my name is Kyle Leeds.
Good
you're
times,
looking
good
at Carlos.
friends. What could be
At
better?
Hey,
KP3
thank you, Commander.
ADS. That's on most social medias. I am the affectionately known, and by affectionately you mean self-titled, hardcore casual gamer of the group. I don't play a lot, but I follow a lot of news, and I love video games to death. And I am learning to become more of a player of video games. I don't like that. I'm a watcher of anime and most of nerd culture. And yeah, who's next?
if I were to report @Yada, what would I do it under? Would you like this account appears hacked or?
Put it
That's
under your hidden.
that's exactly
Bye.
like
Pretend to
Bye.
be me or?
so. Like
Bye.
I screen share now because it helps everybody see everything faster rather than like the delay for everybody else but me. And so why they all started laughing is because I pulled up the dude who has my exact Twitter rather than like what I've currently got with the OP at the end. I've mentioned it's just a bunch of Hispanic people that seem to use the same username as me. This person's not tweeted since
Oh.
2011. And I know there is a way to take, like, you can get people booted out of their apps if they haven't used them actively in a while. And the
Speaking of
temptation I
Twitter-
have to do that right now, I
Speaking
want
of
it.
Twitter,
Let's-
apparently today is
let's do it.
SpongeBob's birthday.
So Cameron.
SpongeBob, the fuck? Where did that come from?
SpongeBob's birthday is 32.
Hello, it is your resident amiibo hunter.
That's
Hope
good.
you're, tired as hell, but I'm here. I'm alive. How are you?
I don't think they can talk back.
They can talk in the chat.
They have chat.
Thank you, Chris.
That's right.
They can
I don't-
start their own channel that competes with us. Please don't do
If
that.
they
bud.
care about us, they will.
I've
They care about us, they will.
3 more amiibos to collect, and I'm done forever.
Until Ultimate comes out.
No, I'm not getting any of the Smash amiibos. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna
What?
fuck about Ridley.
Wow.
I've already.
Did you
I've
see
got-
them? Though?
How
I
can you
have
call
like
yourself?
Smash
Sick.
Amiibo.
Did you
I
see how
have
good they look?
6 Splatoon amiibo.
Did you see how good they
Listen.
look? Though?
Yes,
I might need to
did.
get a Smash Amiibo.
They're the
I
best
don't
ones.
need that.
They're the most detailed and best ones that they've made since.
How can you call yourself an amiibo hunter if you're not gonna hunt every amiibo?
Because I have
It's like calling yourself a Pokemon master but not completing the decks.
Damn.
No, it's not. Pokemon
Look,
That's like not.
When you've
That's like
completed
not getting.
when you've
Go ahead.
completed the base decks so many times, the national decks just gets less and less glorious. When I have completed my amiibo collection 1,000,000 times, and they're like, "Oh hey, Solaire," and I'm like, "You can't keep doing this to me, Nintendo." And then they
Chris knows.
postpone Solaire. That's when it starts to get agitating. It starts looking glorious more and more each time. So
But yeah, no, I
yeah.
just need to get the Aquaman amiibos, and I'm done forever.
I didn't realize how much stuff is tied to the amiibos in Splatoon.
How
Yeah.
much?
Yeah.
As someone who
much.
doesn't.
There is, but there isn't.
There's like a
You
set
need
with
the
each of them,
gear
and
and
then the ability to
songs.
actually like essentially I'm gonna call it picture mode. The actual picture
Yeah.
mode you cannot do without an amiibo, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh shit, dude.
Oh yeah, because you get Pearl and Marina's Aquaman expansion
I'm
clothes with the
surprised
amiibos,
how
and
much
was
I
like,
actually
"Ah, ah, ah."
want the pearl clothing.
I just watched a video of someone on Twitter. They opened up the 2-pack.
Wait,
Literally,
don't say that, because I was gonna do the same thing but with the other one tonight.
that's
Why did
hilarious.
none of
But
y'all
I started
retweet
saying
this,
it.
by the way?
But what?
Why
Because
did none
fuck
of y'all?
Bakugo.
Hell no, you wrong.
I literally hate Bakugo. He's the only
What?
character I'm just like, wow, I don't
Oh,
like this
that, yeah.
character.
What did I?
He's one of my favorites.
Dude, the latest episode killed me. I finally got what I've been waiting for.
La 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 la. Spoilers.
I'm not
watching.
saying anything. Shut up.
It was a great episode, but we're not there yet. Chris.
Yeah, I know,
I'll
but we
watch it
finally got to the one thing I've been waiting for.
Boobs.
Oh,
Well,
bye.
that is a thing. That is a thing.
That was great. What part of it were you waiting for?
I'll DM you about it. So we
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
Don't. Do
I was to say, screen share is a
share.
thing. I'll text you.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the reason I specifically mentioned picture mode is because this one thing I tweeted a couple days ago. I was like, "Oh, let's do it," and then I looked it up. You can't take selfies and stuff like actual pictures without just using the screenshot button on the Switch for Splatoon, unless you have an amiibo. And I got really salty about it. I feel like
Oh,
that's a really
what?
dumb thing to tie it to.
That
Wait,
is.
so
Also, Clam Blitz kills me inside.
that's where I am. Same spot.
Dude, I'm so salty
I'm
because
a
I
player
got to
in
S rank in I think 2 game modes, and I got demoted to A in both of them because I just went on the biggest loss streak. Which is why I keep tweeting about people in ranked modes at night because they are the worst. It
You're
is
all tired.
disturbing how
Yeah.
someone can get to S rank with no clue how to actually play the game mode.
I can't wait to get the game again and be back at having a 1 sniper kill per game average. was at
Grisco
night
Slosher
before
is
I-
terrible. That
Well,
was all.
you have to start. Well, you have to start over.
No,
What
I have
do you
all
mean
my
the
savings.
Grisco
Yeah.
Slosher?
Ashley needs to give us the glide. Is all I'm saying, Alex.
I got it, dude. I was averaging 9 kills a game
Hey,
at least.
I'm at like 7 or 8.
It's
I'm not far behind.
with a sniper.
Oh, with a sniper? Oh, fuck no.
Mhm. It's disgusting.
Oh, you mean
I-
the current one? Because the weapons in Samurai change all the time, Matt. I don't know what slosher's
Oh.
currently in there. I'm very picky on my sloshers. I tell you, I main slosher is the worst part, but I only main the deco. I don't like
I
the tri
sub-
slosher, and I cannot do the sloshing machine.
I secondary slosh.
Slosh
and then
is so
typically
good.
Just it really is.
It is
I
such
guess
a
if I had
messed up
to-
weapon, dude.
I need to pick a slosher, man. I kind of want to get into that.
They're fun. I would suggest just using the base one and figuring it out from there.
I love
Right.
biomatics, my dude. I love biomatics.
Alright, we've been talking about
was gonna
Splatoon and
say.
anything else for a while.
Feels bad. I'm only playing Snowblade.
Let's get it
Feels
raw into
bad.
the
Oh
news.
god. Slasher, Umbrella, Blaster Charger. Interesting. Oh, okay, so I put it in the title of this. Hopefully it actually updated the Twitch title. I need to check that
Oh
one
gosh, darn it, Proton John, why'd you have to go live at the same time as us?
out. You
Take it
know,
already.
he's stealing our
Take it
audience,
on.
man.
Who?
Alright, so we got... I specifically put it in the title just in case. It's going to be news from June and July, because there's some older stuff we wanted to talk about, and there's not too much newer stuff that we can converse about, but I figured we can get a good mix in here, since the last thing we majorly talked about was E3.
Which was a month ago today.
See, that's wild. It went by way too fast, dude.
It really did.
Wow.
Now I gotta scroll all the way back up, because I want to pull up the exact article. Gaming's a disease, though. You
Right.
hear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
here. There it is. Gaming disorder.
Oh,
It was on
It was a
CNN.
Yeah, dude, it was a lot of places.
Dude.
So,
Oh.
I pitched it.
It's a
So the
mental
article,
health condition.
the article to which we're referencing, reminds us that to the newest edition, the 11th edition of the International Classification of Diseases, which was released some
I've
time
pretty much
in
started
June,
playing video games like
it added gaming disorder to a mental health condition list. So, I was a bit at first. I'm like, okay, good. It's starting to people to realize, like, you know, it's one of those things where at first I'm like, okay, it's just another example of like people taking gaming more seriously when it can have benefits and problems. It's like two sides to a coin. But then I'm thinking, okay, this is stupid as hell because of the way it's defined.
I was gonna say,
So-
then you read it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna paraphrase some of the article. Basically, it comes down to they qualified it as how it's experts outside of like the people who diagnosed it as, who are still legit medical professionals. I'll try to find names specifically. They basically came down to it's just an example of them mentioning video games are something you can get addicted to, not something that's addictive. So it's more along the lines of video games, like it's not like gambling, where gambling is addictive. It's more along the lines of shopping, where shopping you can get addicted to it.
I can
Because
pull the
it's
exact
something-
quotes.
Yeah.
I haven't pulled up. So the article is like, hey, there's 3 major diagnostic features of gaming disorder. One is that gaming behavior takes precedence over other activities to the extent that other activities are taken to the periphery. The second feature is impaired control of these behaviors. Quoting still, even when the negative consequences occur, this behavior continues or escalates. Yeah, when I get pissed off a game, I play more. I threaten to break the disc. I keep going. Third feature is that the condition leads to significant distress and impairment in personal, family, social, educational, or occupational functioning. Wow. The impact is real. They forgot to add quotes to a lot of this, I'm noticing. I mean, the fact that you were like, oh, you can get addicted to it, but it's not addictive, I feel like that's still something you could say about literally anything. People can get addicted
And
to literally anything.
that's what the article, like, it goes on later to say it. Whoever the bottom, I know there's like 2 people they quoted in this.
For a diagnosis to be made, the negative pattern of behavior must last at least 12 months.
Yeah, no, it comes along the lines of like, what I kind of took away from it. It's more, it seems that people who are qualified for this video game disorder are more along the lines of people who are using it to cope with something else. So, for
That's
example,
a lot of people.
So like, for example, like I play it when I'm bored, so I'm just using it to fill time. Whereas these people are using it to feel like, okay, I'm depressed, so I resort back to video games.
Sorry.
So they resort back to video games as their crutch all the way, and they lean on this to be the thing that they do. So like, and it is a problem. I'll admit that. I'm not trying to discredit what this thing is saying. I just think the way in which it's written is a bit. Anthony Bean is the guy who I'm using for this.
Defined better.
Yeah, it fits the definition, but I think it's like the article says, it's it's both right and wrong to include it.
In his
Yeah.
experience, they're actually using gaming, quote unquote, more as a coping mechanism for either anxiety or depression. That's what
Yeah.
everybody does, though. Like,
Right.
everybody
that's-
has a coping mechanism, so I don't see why gaming is classified as a disorder by being that mechanism.
Exactly. My thing is, it's not a disease if it's a symptom of another disease.
Exactly.
Right.
Fair.
If it were
And-
to, like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely cases where it goes beyond and people are spending like 20 hours indoors because they don't want to go outside and like be around other people, and that's all because of gaming, or like gaming is an avenue for that, and that would be more akin to like alcoholism or something similar. But the way they word it in the article is nothing like that.
Chris, you're looking for hikikomori.
Well, it's
I'd
just
like
like some
I'd
of
like to
the
point out-
animes I've watched lately have called people neats, and as soon as he
I-
said somebody
that
that
is-
chooses
I
to
saw
play
that
video
too,
games
yeah.
over talking to other people, meeting everyone, I was like, that's the exact definition of it.
Yeah, no, but the thing that comes to mind with this is, would people who are quote unquote addicted to video games, in this case, if video games weren't a thing, would they find something else to cope with?
Absolutely.
So like, yeah, so it's like it's the same thing. So like, if video games didn't exist, they'd find addiction in I don't know, shopping, for example, because that's something that's commonly seen.
I mean, you could say that about anything. Any coping mechanism someone uses, if you were like, if this didn't exist, would they have found something else? Yes, because everybody needs a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
I can
It's not
confidently
like-
say that I am more than likely addicted to gaming. It's just my biggest
No, yeah.
hobby at this point, and nothing else gives me that same rush. It's just that special to me, but it's not a negative addiction. It's just something I
Yeah.
actually appreciate doing, and it's not like I can't stop myself.
Yeah. And this is compared to something like
Unless that's... I might be
alcohol.
dumb.
It's
get the definition
it's a
here.
different it's a definition different from like a version like alcohol, which literally you can be addicted to alcohol or drugs, but those physically chemically change your mind, so you are reliant on that. Chris, I imagine if you wanted to, you could like, and you do when you get to school, you wean down the amount of video games you play.
Yeah, because I'm afraid of failing and losing a lot of money.
Exactly.
Same. Yeah.
So yeah, so like it's.
That's
but, like,
exactly what I was
it's-
like, I'm addicted to gaming. I was like, wait, is the definition of addiction that I can't choose to stop? Because I might have just messed up really hard.
No, yeah, it's opposed to like sometimes when you're like if you're addicted to alcohol, you physically like your body's dependent on that source.
For sure.
With a video game like now, yes, playing video games.
I'm very
sometimes when you get
reliant
that
on playing
little-
video games for entertainment because nothing else really gives me that same
Yeah.
level.
It's that
no,
like
TV's
little
boring.
chick. It's that little like drop of dopamine in your brain. It's that good feeling you get.
My Xbox
but-
just suddenly grows an arm with that has like a little dropper, and it's like, here, you get one bit of dopamine today. And then Splatoon reaches out and slaps me across the face, and it's like, you just deranked. And I'm like, I'm gonna kill someone.
It's like no, punk bitch, give that back. Let's go.
It's doing my best to make this a family-friendly channel. Whoa. Hello. You hear that mighty number 9 in the background? I will take this real quick. If you guys want to move on, just say it and I can swap things in the background, but I do have to take this call. I'm sorry.
Nah,
You're fine.
But yeah,
I think we. Yeah. Do you guys have anything else to add to it?
no, that was pretty concise.
Ow!
Yeah. Moving on to
Damn it!
our second topic, which is is this Telltale? Yeah, this is Telltale. Yeah. So Telltale. Oh, go ahead if somebody else wants to take it.
Oh no, go ahead, take lead.
So
Let's just say
Telltale.
Kyle, you follow.
Yeah. So I think I put something. So Telltale announced via Twitter a few weeks back that they are allowing some of their games to be on Netflix. They said in the tweet that they're adding Minecraft first, and it's going to be quote unquote an interactive experience on the site. It's going to be sort of like a kind of a test to see if they can do this for more games in the future. And they also announced in the partnership that they're going to have they're working currently on a Stranger Things game, which will be neat to see.
Which pissed off a lot of people, myself included.
Why did it piss you off?
So, There's this little game they made called the Wolf Among Us. We've only been waiting for season 2 for like 4 years now. I'm like,
Yeah.
Minecraft is not Minecraft, but Stranger Things is cool, but you want to deliver on your other promises first?
I feel like the thing about Wolf Among Us is that it has a cult following, and and it's not nearly as big as something like Stranger Things or their other games. That's the only reason they haven't. I don't want to say worked as hard, but they definitely haven't been like gunning for it as they have for some of these newer properties. And it's always nice to stay relevant because just with the formula of how their games work, they kind of have to stay relevant to stay popular because it's all story based. There's no gameplay at all.
I mean, I get that, I understand, but they went, yeah, Borderlands, and I'm like, Borderlands 3 got confirmed, but we still waiting on a screenshot, a logo.
It's just because no one knows about Wolf Among Us, if I'm being real. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Because they took too long to make. If they had, I swear, if they had made season 2, people would be talking about it.
I mean, even when it came out initially, it wasn't amazing. Like it was good and it was popular, but it was only popular with the people who actually played it. If
It wasn't like groundbreaking.
Right. It was. I would never say it wasn't good, but it was a Telltale game, and typically, unless it's a big property like Batman or Minecraft or now Stranger Things, people aren't going to pay attention to it if they don't already know it.
That's fair.
I get what you're saying, though.
Like, I totally forgot that The Walking Dead was a thing. Everyone's like, how do you not know about The Walking Dead? Like, I haven't had cable since middle school. And I'm like, oh. Like, yeah. It's like, because I was like, yeah, didn't they release the final season? Like, no, they're doing that right now.
First off, chat, thank you. Gotta point that out. But no, yeah, I think it comes down to more. And Wolf Among Us, I've never played it, sadly.
So good. So good.
I think it comes down to, and I hate seeing this because it's a problem in many industries, that names sell more than I think. So Wolf Among Us could be a great game. I again never played it. I don't want its credit, but it doesn't sell to the outside consumer as much as something like seeing a Stranger Things game will.
I mean, you're right. You got to pander that common denominator. Looking at you, Pokemon. But like,
yeah,
I got to the point where I was like, I'm gonna just read the comics because there are comics about this. And my teacher,
you might as well.
Yeah, they're based on the Fable comics.
Interesting.
Fable.
Wait, Fable?
Not the game Fable.
Not the game Fable.
There's a comic book series called it's called Fable.
Oh,
but yeah, it's
Fable.
No, but like.
Oh yeah, you're right, Chris.
But something else I kind of want to I think the bigger thing now. I understand the Stranger Things. That is a whole different can of worms. I'm actually really interested by the Minecraft thing. I know I'm very much like weird, but I want to see how it handles, because Netflix, it's not a gaming platform. It's not a Steam. It's not.
I mean,
Windows.
Given the platforms that it's on, it's very possible because, I mean, on a computer you can just have it be click-based.
Point and click, yeah.
On a phone or tablet.
I think that's what it's gonna be, but I want to see if they'll be like, because Netflix has never done that sort of thing, and when asked about it, I know Netflix is like, hey, we're not trying to become a video game like empire. We're not trying to get into video games. This is just a different form of entertainment that we want to kind of expand into. They don't want to cross that line to become a games company.
I feel like it'll definitely be an experience, and if it leads to anything else, it'll be like the visual novel kind of thing. But otherwise, this is going to be Telltale Games, and it might not be popular, but it will still be the only thing like it on Netflix. It's a cool concept, though.
Netflix. I've got a beef and a chicken with Netflix now.
Why?
So a few months back, no. I would die. I would literally die. A few months back, everyone's like, hey, where's Netflix on Switch? And Nintendo went, go talk to Netflix. And like 4 weeks ago, Netflix was like, hey, go talk to Nintendo. And I'm like, no. Don't give me that he said, she said bullshit. Someone make it a thing. I don't care who. Just make it.
It on accident.
Talk to who?
Best Buy, because they leaked it on accident.
You sure that wasn't Walmart Canada?
They probably hacked Best Buy's account. We can't be the only
want someone to make it, or just go. It's coming.
I imagine the same guy runs that Twitter account. Oh no, yeah, he's playing both sides.
I mean, wouldn't you?
One side,
You're the pot,
one
man.
side, he's a normal dude. The other time, he's the guy wearing a fake mustache.
I can see that.
Only if it's like a Mario mustache when you're possessed by Cappy.
Jesus.
I need to beat that. I need to beat that game as well.
Oh, it's a great game. The only game I watched on SDGQ. I don't know how to pronounce things.
I really wanted to watch the Celeste game done quick out of
Dude,
curiosity.
that spot
Ew,
run was
I have not
wild.
seen it
It was
yet,
all
but like I
ridiculous.
saw the timing was like 47-minute video, and I was like, that's got to be so ridiculous. That game took me like 7 hours, and I thought I was going relatively fast. My death count was actually really low.
Intrigued. I was really intrigued. Yeah, I kind of want to watch it. I've never played Celeste, but
It's fun. You can definitely play
it's
it
gonna
when I
be
get
fun to
back.
watch speed run.
Very
I
good
think
game.
the taskbot run was 17 minutes. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
It was a 17. It was let's see, it was like just over 20.
Still, that's wild. It was under a half hour. I was like, what? Like the whole time I was flailing my arms like a kid. Like, how is this possible? It's like, oh yes, it's a machine gun, a human. That's right.
Yeah, I think the lowest human run is by TGH, and it's like 30 and 47. I want to say.
That's insane.
When you say a
Sounds
human
Yeah.
run, when you say human run, is that like done by a human or?
Yeah.
RTA. It's called RTA run, Kyle.
I mean, I didn't know, man.
I think
I
I think you would know what RTA was.
There's like a lot of people.
Explain.
America, explain.
That is the best tweet of all time. I just like to point that out.
Why would you do this to me? God, the worst part is I didn't change it so it's there too. Alright. Life is Strange is a thing.
Life is Strange 2. Oh man,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go
this
on.
is a game.
Tell me
I'm
more.
surprised. I'm both surprised and not surprised it got announced so quickly. I figured they'd wait until after, I figured they'd wait until after Captain Sparkle, is that what it's? Well, I don't know what it's
Captain
called.
Sparkles? Captain Spirit?
Captain Spirit.
Come on.
Spirit.
Captain Sparkle's a Minecraft YouTuber.
He's getting out of there.
Jesus, Kyle.
Well, same thing, Minecraft, Life is Strange, they're the same game, right?
Telltale.
Yeah. Transition. No, but I figured they'd wait until that game at least comes out so people get a chance to like play it before.
Kyle, it did come out. It's free.
I was
I
gonna
thought it
say,
came out in
Captain
August.
Spirit came out like right after this announcement.
Yeah, it really.
I thought it came out in August.
Nope.
No,
it's
it came
already
out
out.
on
There's a
PC.
ton of fan art if you look at the Life is Strange Twitter. I feel like their strategy with this was more, hey, if we announce it right before Captain Spirit comes out, a lot more people will give Captain Spirit a chance because it's within the same universe. That was my
Yeah.
thought process anyways.
That makes sense.
Very cool. Yeah, I actually don't know who plays Life is Strange. I think Sky does. I don't know anyone else besides that, though.
I haven't yet.
I own it.
Sophie's currently playing it very slowly.
I know.
I got
which
those
I'll play it.
thinking things. That's right. I forgot.
I
I stole so much shit from GameStop.
know. Former
Oh, that's about it.
Brexville, Brexville Broadview Heights alum Matt Pat plays it.
He has a kid now.
Yeah,
he's
no,
a
dude,
baby
that-
boy.
Wait. He was Brexville, Broadview Heights? I thought he lived in Medina.
Maybe it was Medina.
I could have
It's
sworn it
some
was
rich
Medina
fool.
because I always remember that he lived literally a ton over from me.
No, yeah.
And
okay.
age-wise, he probably more than likely had a chance of knowing either my cousin or my middle brother. Like, because he went to school
Hey, man.
within the. It was.
I know.
I connected a lot of weird dots while watching Game Theory the one day, and I was like, "This
No,
the
dude.
potential that I have that I am
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 people away from
And
connection
shout out-
with MatPat is so wild
Shout
to
out
me.
to Matt Pat. Wait, by the way, is Stephanie from Ohio as well, or just Matt?
I do not know. All I know is that I am.
I'll talk.
There's a very likely chance that I know MatPat within like 1 to 2 people, and it's kind of wild for me to
Matt
think about.
Pat,
Nothing will ever come
yes,
out of it,
Matthew
mind
Patrick,
you. But like
Dad
MatPat is a
Pat,
very
yes.
glorious human,
Dad
and
Pat.
while
And
his theories,
He's my
his theories are theories, and that doesn't mean
Yes.
they're going to be right all
Yeah.
the time. But he is still such a positive human, and I appreciate him a lot for that.
Yes,
That's fair.
he is my favorite.
Follow the Game Theory Twitter, and you will get some
Yes.
motivation every day.
Oh no, yeah. Especially with him becoming a dad. It's gonna get
It's
even-
gonna be so cute.
And I follow Stephanie on Twitter. She is very motivational as well, but she
Aw.
is funnier. Cause all MatPat is like puns and shit.
He's a dork.
She's literally like, I literally just want to wrap this baby in a burrito. I just want him to become a burrito at this point.
I feel so bad now.
All right.
Yeah. But back to
That's
video games.
just a theory. A game
Baby
theory.
theory.
You're welcome.
Thanks for birthing.
Kyle, you're like
Jesus.
on the helm right now for everything.
I
apparently.
love it.
Hit it up, kid. Let's go.
I'm in charge. Yeah, so this is my baby. This is my sweet spot. The WWE 2K19 got announced. Obviously, if you're a wrestling fan, you knew this was coming. These games are popular in wrestling circles, and it'll be a long, long time before this game series ever dies. Even though the gameplay on certain systems isn't the best.
Understatement.
I thought they wrestled in rings.
We're just gonna drill this man as he's having his hype, huh?
Oh yeah, I fully expected this. I didn't even expect you guys to actually let me talk about this.
I had to give you this because you gave us so much to work with when we were coming up with stuff. I couldn't just let you go without some reward.
No, so it got announced. The cover athlete is one AJ Styles, which is somewhat surprising. He's the first, he's the first non-WWE. I'm just gonna use terms. He's the first non-WWE star to really kind of take that step forward and become like the big guy in a company. Yes, if you follow the company, you'll know that he's not the main guy, but he's the first. He started out in independence, and it's really cool to see him now get a shine in the spotlight on such a big stage. But the bigger news orders, there were two things that came out of this.
Oh god.
One came out. I don't know if you have the video. You probably don't. There's an ad for the first pre-order.
I definitely do not
which
have that
is
video.
Rey Mysterio, who currently doesn't work for the company. But that is important, I think, to me because WWE and wrestling as a whole always tries to expand to multiple markets at once. And with wrestling, especially luchador style, being such an important aspect. Luchador wrestling?
No.
Rey Mysterio?
No. Never mind. Continue.
Anyway, so with luchador wrestling being such a prominent thing in Mexican culture, they always want to have a Latino star in WWE, and they don't at the moment. So them bringing Rey Mysterio back with the company is kind of a good sign for them moving forward as a business. And the final thing, and I think the coolest thing, all of them, is that Rowdy Ronda Rousey is also a pre-order bonus.
Correct. There you go. You got it, kid.
Which is cool. I think she should have been the cover athlete, if I'm being honest, because she's the biggest name they have in major culture, just because of her work with the UFC.
She said she like Pokemon.
I was about to ask, is she actually in WWE now?
She's a big video game nerd. I'm not gonna lie. She is like a huge nerd. And for her to be, I think it would have been a good sign because they have yet to have a female ever on the cover. Jeez. They have yet, and with women's wrestling as a whole, kind of becoming more and more like seen as a legitimate form of wrestling, especially with the star power that Ronda Rousey brings. Is also fuck you, Alex. I saw the chat now. I just think, WWE. It's going to be probably a decent game. It should be better than the last one. Hopefully,
if it's not, there's a problem.
Well, the problem is WWE. The graphics they use is never good.
No,
and it's a type of game that is hard to make look good, I imagine, because it's not like a. I just think it's not like a Madden, because Madden. It's a very hard game to make look good, I feel like. But yeah, that's my video.
Reminded me of something. Shay.
That's kind of my video game, wrestling related story. I have another one if we get low on time later, but. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I appreciate it.
Like I said,
Hey,
I had to
Shay.
throw you at least one bone.
Yeah, I'll let you have it.
You think that guy we interviewed still makes the Madden games?
What?
Remember that guy we interviewed in my video game writing class?
Yes.
You think he still works on the Madden games?
I believe so.
Hmm.
I would believe so. I
hope
would
so.
have to look him up again.
It's 'cause I
We
hope
can
so.
go to the next thing though.
I was gonna say, well, like,
Nah, take
like
your
it's gonna
time.
transition. It's there, but like, is Ronda Rousey like not in UFC anymore? Out of curiosity.
No, she's not.
She's not.
She
What happened?
currently.
Nah, dude.
Well,
I
so
know.
she,
I know she went undefeated and then she lost. I never heard what happened after that.
Yeah, so she
Right?
lost. She lost
tried
a
to have
few
a
times.
comeback.
She lost
Yeah,
and tried to play Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would have been down with that.
Yeah, and she's a decent actress. She's been in stuff before. I mean, and when I say decent, I mean like athlete decent. She's better than most athletes, but
Yeah, I wouldn't be about it, but that's more just because of who she is.
well, she is very expressive. Like watching wrestling is half watching acting.
That's what I was
So-
about to say. Is the next step? Is she in WWE now?
She is.
That's
she works for
wild.
WWE. She's the biggest star they have just because of sheer name.
Yeah.
Just because like
That's fair.
That's
My
such
uncle's
a
really big.
transition. I
Well,
was
she's
one
a
of the
huge
most
wrestling
famous
fan to begin
UFC fighters of all time. I lost a few times. Now I'm in WWE.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, but Captain Marvel,
well,
why not?
while she was champion, she was at WrestleMania.
That's awesome.
She did like a guest spot with her and The Rock.
There you
At
go.
WrestleMania 31.
That was my
and-
boy as a kid. The Rock, always the
So-
OG.
So no, but just in more inside baseball. The plan WWE has right now, their biggest show is WrestleMania, and people are expecting the main event of that pay-per-view to be Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair, who is the best women's wrestler, period, in the world. And also a very big name because she's the daughter of Ric Flair and other things.
Hey, Kyle.
I know that
Yes.
guy.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
How many times has a tub been thrown in wrestling?
Twice.
So it's common to see like fights to spill out in the back to like the background, and there's been like semi trucks flipped over, there's been ambulances crashed,
Bro, there's been train suplexed.
There's been car explosions.
Have you ever seen
there's-
Transformers?
and there's also been a driven milk truck, but there has never been a bathtub. Where would you see a bathtub?
A driven milk truck?
A milk truck?
That's so good question.
Look that up. Look up WWE milk truck, and yeah.
I have to. I'm actually that curious. Kurt Angle
Good
destroys the
times,
alliance
good
with a
friends.
milk truck.
What could be better?
WWF Raw 2001.
What?
Oh
my God.
my lord.
Yeah,
Wait,
dude,
wait,
the
wait.
attitude era was weird as fuck.
I gotta refresh this. I heard the notification go off, but I completely missed who it was. Dragon Ride 1 has followed. That's a good time. Alright, so I know what you were trying to transition there, but we have to get to the old weapons first, and I feel bad. So, Splatoon 2, like this, we had gathered these a few weeks back. They announced new weapons, which was awesome. Those weapons are out now. They announced new weapons already, so we're going to go through
Right.
the entire lineup of all 6 real quick. I guess we
And
can
the
start...
new map that's rumored.
Yeah,
There's a new
well, it's
map.
not rumored. It's already confirmed. I guess we'll start with the first one, though, the bathtub, which is one of the upcoming ones. It's called the Bloblobber, and it's literally a miniature bathtub.
It's like a.
This
What is
unique
blob?
this unique weapon lobs 4 blobs with each fling that will flow forwards and rebound off of the ground and walls. Look forward to it in
Are
a
these
future
out
update.
already?
No,
Yeah.
they are not out quite yet. 3.2 updated 2 days ago now, and they're like, we're going to bring these out in the next update. So the Bloblobber is
And
another
that'll be the
slosher.
one with the
which
second
is-
new map.
Yeah. Anchovy
Sorry.
Games is that map. So the Bloblobber is another slosher. Like I said, it's a miniature bathtub.
It looks like a foot tub.
It looks like
It looks
a
like a
it
bath.
looks like a foot tub, yeah. It's
So
the most
my-
ridiculous thing.
I just want to say bidet.
No, this is America.
So my dumbass saw this during work, almost cut my finger off. But I was like, why'd they put a sink in Splatoon? And I had to keep reading. It's like, oh, it's a
sink.
bathtub. Like, you know what? I get to smack people around with a bathtub.
Honestly.
How many other games can you say you can do that in? Like, yeah.
Probably Saints
How
Row.
many other games can you say that you have a ballpoint pen that is a machine gun?
Yeah,
Dude, that pen has a super German name that I can't say.
I'd have
Again.
to look it up.
Again, you could probably do this in
I haven't
Saints
gotten
Row.
it
A sink?
'Cause I'm-
yet.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right,
so I
so
want this weapon.
the ballpoint pen over there, I gotta pull up the name. Now I feel really bad that I don't have all the names anymore.
Also, before we get
Class.
there's the map that's coming out. I'm still stuck up on the
You're
map
good,
thing.
go for
And
it.
there's a map that came out in the last update, right? Or not?
Yeah.
2 updates ago. That's the
Anchovy?
hotel one.
Oh, the hotel one.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate that map.
Oh, I cannot stand that map either. I actually despise that map.
Because there's no way to cross without being seen. Like if you want to go side to side.
I keep
It's
ending
like-
up on that map for Clan Blitz, and it's the worst map for Clan Blitz because there's so many
It's-
nets over water.
Yes, I hate it because I like crossing. I try to sneak around every time, and there's no way to get across. I think without going on a net.
You gotta get good, son.
Yeah, there is a way to get around it without going on the net, but you have to jump over the water regardless, and it's kind of hard to sneak
Yeah.
around in that fashion. But I found ways to
Yeah.
make it work. All right, so it's called the Ballpoint Splatling, by the way. It's the most obvious name, and of course I couldn't think of it. It's really cool because it keeps a lot of your momentum. I know you keep a lot of movement speed while charging, and it has a really fast strafing speed while you're firing. I haven't picked it up personally, but I watched a little bit of it, and I'm considering it because I like the Zinc Mini Splatling a ton because it doesn't take a ridiculous charge time and still fires pretty fast. It inks really well, and I think the Ballpoint Splatling is within my vein of Splatlings that I like because I don't like the long chargers.
I tried it for a second, right? The ballpoint. I went into the training mode, and for the first few seconds, it shoots out at a short range,
Oh
and
yeah,
then it goes to long range. And I'm like, this is wild. You can walk up to someone, kill them, and then keep going.
I'm gonna splat you and your friends.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool. Splatoon is just weird with how some weapons are within the same vein, which the other ones we'll get to, and then there's other ones that are just what, like
Yeah.
what is it?
Weapon.
Which dualies are like toothbrushes? I can't even think of
What?
them. If you look at the model, they're like actual toothbrushes. I have
Some
to.
of the glugas.
I like and hate the glugas. It's the
I hate
dapples.
the
The
glugas.
dapples, if you look, have toothbrushes on the end.
Oh my god,
Are
you're
you
right.
serious?
Yeah, look.
Oh my
toothbrush.
god, you're
What?
right.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Why?
What the fuck? That's
I
so weird.
don't know. It is the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
So,
But
So a
like
lot
some
of
of the
games
weapons are
do
made
what?
out of actual like real world things that we have. Like
well, they have to because
nowadays.
they
Yeah.
scrounged up these weapons from the
Yeah.
apocalypse.
But then like the rest of them aren't, and it's like this is just the most random crap.
So
Ever.
everything that uses like a man-made thing is made by Sheldon and his dead grandfather.
As I say, because the squeezer is like a ketchup bottle, isn't it?
R.I.P.
Yeah.
All right.
I was wondering why we can get a pen and a bathtub, but we can't get spray paint bottles.
Dude, you know how awesome it would be to run around with spray paint as a weapon?
I'm saying it would be great dualies.
That would be pretty awesome.
No,
Wait,
I
isn't that
want
what
that.
the Wendolers are?
They need to be
What?
called the Rembrandts.
Isn't that what the
Oh,
yeah
that's
these?
good.
What?
Isn't
Instead
that
of
what the glug? What the
The
God.
glugas?
Glugas?
Yeah.
instead of the mist coming out in like that glass
Like an
tube,
angle
No, I
or
thought
something?
these
you
were
just
nail
you just
guns.
throw one of those.
Yeah. They're not spray cans.
I thought they were nail guns.
The closest
A
we have to
cop-
spray can is the aero spray, and it's like a spray can took apart and put back together.
No, how about they make the air cans like a sub, not a sub, but like
sub.
no, like a
I mean,
sub.
that would essentially
Like,
just
oh,
become a sprinkler at that point. You throw out a canister that just kind of, as
No,
it's spinning
the
around, it's
mist.
just spraying
It's mist,
everywhere.
because it's
Toxic
the mist.
mist? We already have toxic
Yeah,
mist.
it becomes
Maybe have
toxic
toxic
mist.
mist.
It sucks because toxic mist is almost worthless. So the next
Exactly.
one,
Make
I'm
it
just
just look
kind of
cool,
going
not use
down
it.
the picture right now since we did one that's not on this picture, and now we're going through it. Now is the Bamboozler Mark II, which is.
Oh, the bamboo.
I was to say that was in the first game if I remember correctly,
It
but they didn't.
was.
They're just now bringing it back. It's just a Bamboozler where it's like, hey, it charges super fast, but does not hold its charge if you dive in, and it also does not one shot. Why would you use this?
I don't understand what's different from it from the one we already have in the game.
Because
It's
it's
just
an
the
homage
kit,
to Captain
Toxic
Cold.
Mist and Burst Rush. That's the only
Okay.
difference. That's
great.
Yep, Mark II. Welcome
I
to the
curve
game,
you.
sweetie. Next is the Sorella Tentabrella. That's what it is. Yeah, Tenta Sorella
It's kinda
Brella.
gross.
I've never
That's
used a Tentabrella yet, and I've been tempted to, but I'm
It's
lazy.
disgusting.
How bad?
It's disgusting.
It's got
It's good
splash
disgusting
wall
or
and
bad
curling bombs.
As in-
What's the point in
That's
putting a
really-
splash wall on a Brella?
Extra shield.
It's
Yeah.
basically for your friends.
Apparently. Here,
If you put it
I
down
can
and then-
fit 3 of you behind my tent. You can have the splash wall.
Exactly.
What the hell?
You should have got here sooner.
You're the ultimate defense. You already gone.
Hey man, I like playing tanks.
It's for like maps where there's 2 main sides. You put down the splash wall on one side, and then you go to the other side. And
Side
then,
note,
literally can't do
The
anything.
current ranked maps are splat zones. Saying.
Those are good maps, thank you.
I'm gonna jump into rank
Amazing
one day.
maps.
Alright, so the last one on this image here, along the same vein of they picked something up and made a weapon out of it, is the Explosher. It's a jet
Okay.
engine.
We're gonna take some paint and superheat it and throw it.
Yeah.
That kills me is thinking
Not
about the fact that
not
they
only does
put
it
paint
kill you,
into
it
either a
melts
jet
your
engine
body.
or a washing machine, and they're like, this
No.
is a weapon now. Okay.
Looks like a
Yeah.
fucking... Yeah, dude, that
They're
looks
like, how can we make this hurt like real people? They saw, they saw the human. They saw the human from the Octo Splatfest. They got scared. Like, okay, what if?
Honestly, it's I don't know. So the Explosher, just like how the upcoming Blobber, God, that name is gonna kill me. Like throws like actual like blobs that just bounce around. The Explosher is loosely like the sloshing machine in the fact that it's not like a huge like AoE. Instead, you throw like one line, but this one goes noticeably further, if I'm correct. It's like
Yeah.
a very targeted slosher, and you just 2-shot people if you're decent enough at aiming it. And it's some people have destroyed me with this thing, but then I got used to it and realized it's just a gimmick. Honestly,
Oh,
Yeah.
so
it exists.
a
It's not a bad
one
weapon by
person
any
particular.
means. It's just gimmicky as hell, and it's also again a jet engine.
No,
It's
that's
just
that's
it's
weird
just
though.
a jet engine.
They had to make
God,
do back in
Splatoon.
those times.
Okay, so and then the other one coming up is another Splatling. It's called the Nautilus 47. The Nautilus
Oh,
47.
God.
It's broken.
What?
What is
I can't
this?
tell
like
what
a-
it is.
It's like it's a splatling, but you can
Well, yeah.
you can keep your charge when you swim.
Like I'm trying to
Oh,
figure
the
out like
one-
what real world object it is though. It looks like an arm cannon. It
Yeah,
looks
I
like
can't tell you what it's meant to be.
it looks like a sentry robot from Fallout's arm cannon, and they just ripped it off and they're like this shoots ink now.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
Oh, it's gonna be disgusting because if it holds a charge,
It does.
yeah, which it
Right,
does. That's the
gonna-
gimmick behind it. It's already gonna be nasty
Yeah,
as hell.
because the biggest issue with splatlings is like mobility, and that's like, all right, we fixed it.
Hey, it's almost like the Clash Blaster. They're like, well, we can kind of limit them in range, shooting speed, you know, the fun things. And they're like, well, we can just make it so this thing shoots like 3 times in a second, and anybody that uses it is just going to walk in your face and hold the trigger. Yeah, that sounds
Damn it,
fun.
Doc.
That's balanced. I like it. And now we're getting the Splatling equivalent.
That sounds like how
I
we
will
used to
never
play
stop.
Splatoon
I will
1.
never stop complaining about the Clash Blaster. That weapon is disgusting.
I will say I don't like using it, but
I
I
cannot
will.
stand using it, but I also hate fighting it. Like even
If I'm
more.
about to drop rank, I will use it in a second.
That's pretty fair. And then last but not least, which Kyle had mentioned it a couple times, is Anchovy Games is coming back for the
Shit.
first game.
Yeah, dude.
Yay!
Everyone hates it. And I'm like, but I like it.
I've
Not
like
that bad.
while I was on vacation, I was bored, and I either watch anime while I'm there when I'm in Florida and have nothing else to do. I'll play games and stuff. I watched the Splatoon 1 playthrough Chugga Conroy did years ago.
God,
I watched
that-
it again
that
in like 2
man.
nights out of curiosity, and I didn't realize how much of the stuff from the first game was carried over, like stage and weapon wise. And
Yeah.
and then they were
Is
like,
it a
"Hey,
lot?
Anchovy Games," and I was like, "Oh, hey, I recognize this one now." I think it's going to be an interesting map to have in the game. I'm definitely looking forward to it because it's not like they just copy and paste the games or the
No,
maps.
they
All the
have-
maps that have
they have to
returned
change
have
stuff.
slight changes the entire time. They always change certain things, and I like that.
I heard this one's gonna be very similar, except they're just gonna add a few sponges.
I mean, that's
That's
pretty
fair.
much what they did with others. They changed like sponge locations and stuff, if
Get the
not
fuck
added
off
any,
me, bitch.
which I think is
Sorry,
fine in my
sorry.
opinion.
Kyle.
Sorry, I got so into the conversation that I started playing the game.
What?
Oh my god.
Rude.
Kyle.
Oh wait, the amiibos came out the other day.
The
Come
amiibos
over
did
yourself.
indeed come out.
Jesus.
I have them.
How do you like them?
He
I
hasn't
haven't
opened them
used
yet.
them. No, I opened them like 2 minutes before we started. Now they're just sitting in front of my Nindroids. I told Alex what I was gonna do later tonight with the Pro one,
Yeah, he's gonna
What
throw
are you gonna do with it? That's disgusting.
going straight in the trash.
You should melt it.
That's still disgusting.
I'm a little
No,
tempted.
Put on
I'm
the
a
stove.
little
That's
tempted.
gross.
Watch.
That's
Put on the
gross.
stove and just do a hyperlapse.
I'll pick a lot.
What is this, amiibo cockfight?
Exactly.
We
Oh
destroying
god,
things now?
that was a thing. That
I hated that. Anyway,
I know those are funny.
I also enjoyed it.
Anyway, so the
Yeah.
next part of it, I was gonna mention it earlier, but I was like, I can't use this as a tangent quite yet. It won't work. And I was like, just the stupid things that the Inklings will pick up, and they're like, this can be a weapon.
Yeah.
It's just like this was a jet engine in our time. They pick it up and they're like, this can hold ink, can't it? And then they just throw ink out of it.
Like, pour it in the sea.
It's like, wow, look at this. It was a tent in our day. We can attach this to an umbrella and then shoot ink out of it, right? Like
Yeah.
the mindset
Sheldon,
that they
get to work.
have. And it just makes me think of the Octo expansion and the fact that they're like, yeah, the octopi were
Oh shit! Oh no, we're losing
Octolings
fuck.
are extremely intelligent, and then the Inklings are just brutes. The
Yeah.
Octolings have come up with like anti-gravity technology. The Inklings are like, I can make this shoot ink.
We won.
No, not the
Like, you know,
Inklings. Sheldon.
I won.
Sheldon's grandfather.
But
I
the
call him.
Inklings roll with it. They're like, this can shoot ink and it makes me look fresh as hell. I'll take it.
Inklings have been like,
The
fair enough.
Octolings are like, we can go to space with this. Like,
Your
And with
boy
that-
also led the game in kills.
nice. With that, we have the next Splatfest coming
24.
up.
Yo, this is about to
Squid
be
versus
cancerous.
Octopus, Inkling
gonna be
versus
fun.
Octoling.
Also, it's worldwide.
Yes.
It's like,
So-
Mr.
Oh, wow. I
Worldwide.
did not. Pitbull? Oh, I'm sorry. Squirtle.
You know,
Kyle.
I'm gonna have to
Kyle.
ask you to not.
No.
So I'm
So,
going
me ask-
to we're gonna play a game, ladies and gentlemen. It's like a 3-second game. We're
Uh,
gonna go down the list. What side are you on? Because
Alright.
just because I have to make a point here.
it's not really a
Uh-huh.
question.
Yeah, this is absolutely a question. Do you want to know what side I'm
fam.
on? I'm on
Everyone knows the side
Octoling
you're
side.
on.
There's no other question here. I am Octoling all the way.
Does
Who's
does
next?
Agent 8 have a canon,
Me.
like a name yet or no?
No, but I named
Octoling.
mine.
Yeah, I know you can. I don't know if they had a given a name
She's
yet.
just Agent 8. He or she is Agent 8, but I named mine. Alright, so I'm Octoling. Shay.
Octoling.
Alright. Alex.
Octo.
Alright. Kyle.
Cam, go first.
I mean, Marina's my waifu, so Octoling.
And I'm team winning.
That's the
I don't
sad
think so.
truth, actually.
See, this
I
is my
think you
thing,
might
though.
actually lose against this
'Cause-
one.
Kyle, you gotta think. This isn't just North America. This is the entire planet.
There's
It's a
also the fact that
worldwide one, but then there's a
There's also-
stipulation that if you don't own the DLC and you pick Octoling, you will play as an Octoling. So it's a way for other people to do it when they haven't played the DLC. And it's always like,
Yep.
it's a very common thing, very known since even the first game. The more popular team more than likely loses. The odds are always stacked against the more popular team because you get more
Listen, and
players,
I'm
more chances to lose, and more chances to go games against the same team, which do not count at all.
and
They're
that's
just
my
money
thing.
But
matches.
Chris,
I have no connection. Oh, go ahead. Yours is a brief question.
Go ahead.
there's also the it's not a question. There's also the fact that people who played the DLC are going to choose Octo
Oh,
for
it's-
obvious reasons.
well,
Right.
mostly.
But also the DLC forces you to get good at the game.
But that's the thing is after playing the DLC, I think I've gotten worse.
Really? It was
Honestly.
from the DLC that I started averaging 9 on snipers.
Yikes. I think
Before I
I've
was
gotten
averaging, like,
noticeably
6.
worse. But that's also just a cycle I have with almost
So-
every game is that
So
I'll be decent at
let
the
me-
start, and then I just randomly get worse at some point, and here
let
we
me
are.
just confirm what I
Kyle,
did say earlier.
Kyle.
What? I was
Wait
just
until
gonna-
people.
Okay, sorry.
No, he's good. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm on team. I'm on Team Squid. I am on Team Squid. Because I have real no connection to the Octolink. I have no real interest in the DLC. I saw it. Saw what it had
I was
offered.
say, what, you mean my 13-hour live stream was not enough to get you connected to Seru?
I enjoyed you playing it, but I enjoyed it for that.
Dude, I would like to point out, I exported that 13 hours. Like, I had the file recording.
How?
You can, with Streamlabs OBS, which is what I'm using, you can record at the same time you're streaming. So I had the entire file on my computer, and I had to go through like 6 different SD cards, and I put it on one, and I was like, I'll edit this on vacation. The entire time on vacation, I would look at that SD card, and I was like, I bitched for 13 hours straight. I cannot use this.
No. So like I have no connection to it. The DLC aesthetically looks cool to me. I'll admit it does look cool, but I have never played any campaign in either game. So I went with
How
the
can you
idea.
say no to this?
Listen, man, aesthetically, I fucks with that, but
She's so cute.
it's.
Kyle's just afraid of the afro. The power of the afro is too intimidating
No.
for him.
No,
I
it's
hate
not that.
bro.
It's not that. Actually, I almost did buy it because I want that slick back hairstyle that Chris hates. I love that because that's
I'd like
what
to
I look
point out,
like.
I don't hate any of the hairstyles. I just do not like either of the male hairstyles. They aren't bad. I just don't think there's something I can work with aesthetically that will pull off
They
properly.
definitely
I have
deserve
seen some
better.
people that rock
Oh,
it,
most
and I just
definitely.
can't see that personally on my
I
character.
disagree. I say they are quite entertaining and not entertaining.
I just don't.
they're not-
It's not something I think I can personally work with, where I can find fashion that pleases me as the user.
I can use
I'll be
the
straight
pro.
up with
I've
you.
seen people who
the
make it look really good
men's
though, and I'm like,
hairstyles
I
are
never
not
would have
good.
thought
I
of using
think-
that.
I think that because I have no real connection to any of the Octolings, that I don't want to have to deal with all the people that are, and also because like you guys are like, oh, you gotta play Octoling in a way.
I haven't said that yet.
Part of me.
None of us care about
Yeah.
winning. We choose Octoling because we prefer Octoling.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I would
but there
like to
are
win,
people
but
that
I'm not
just
very
have-
confident.
and it's not just about winning. It's also because like I've seen so much like, hey, you have to be Octoling. Why aren't you? Well, that's Squid. That's stupid.
It's not
I
about
kinda
winning.
like
It's just
Squid.
about the glory of the Octoling Empire.
You just have to understand that Octolings are the black people of Splatoon.
He's not wrong.
I was gonna say with those hairstyles.
So
Shit.
Streamlabs would
like-
like to sponsor you. Click to
Mhm.
learn more.
Oh boy.
Oh shit, that's actually neat.
whole 50 cents.
We have a second sponsor.
So I feel like I should be in Kyle's position because I've played Splatoon.
Because
1
you
for,
also-
like,
You also
No.
don't play. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
I was gonna say
Uh-huh.
I've played Splatoon 1 till it's dead. And, like the servers are still up. Like me and Mandy played for like 4 hours the other day.
Is
So I
is
feel-
Mandy?
Mandy is my girlfriend.
I didn't know you had one until you said it 2 days ago. So
Mandy from like
Let's try to-
Billy and Mandy.
I
Only
shipped it.
she's in that anime style. Other than that, fuck no.
I'm Team
I'm sorry.
Sea Cucumber.
I'm
Oh,
not gonna touch that one.
no.
Okay, moving on.
Dude, I will say if it's a choice between like sea cucumber and Callie, a sea cucumber all the way, even if he is a devil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the devil, but he's the best devil we've ever had.
Exactly.
He's a
Um,
very,
I
very
don't like-
emotionless, which is funny because so is
I don't like either of the Squid sisters either. I'm just like, yep, they're.
I like Marie a lot.
Murray's the
Can
I
Can I
like
be-
their.
I don't.
I like
remember
the
names.
personalities, but I don't like I'm not attached to them particularly. I'm like, yep, y'all exist. Y'all took your sweet ass time finding
Oh,
me.
I'm just waiting for the
Versus-
final Splatfest of
versus
Splatoon 2 to be off the hook versus Squid
It's
Sisters.
gonna be, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
No doubt,
No doubt.
100% it will be.
It's gonna be what off the hook versus what?
Squid
Squid
Sisters.
Sisters.
Squid Sisters.
So the announcers of the first game versus the announcers of the second game. 100% that
You
will be the
see-
Splatfest. They will not avoid that.
So you see, I have no dishatred for.
I'll take Squid Sisters all the way.
Really? Okay. So I'm not. I'm gonna have somebody else. I hate off the hook. I don't know what it is.
I don't like Pearl.
I like
to
all
say,
the
After the
better.
DLC,
I don't
I
like
don't mind Pearl, but I still don't necessarily like her that much.
That's absolutely
Oh no,
fair.
dude.
The only
She's my
reason
rat
I'm
queen.
okay.
She's my rat queen. I love it.
Rat queen.
Doesn't she like spit fires and shit? In that?
She spits
Say-
hot bars,
oh,
but so does Captain
I thought you said
Cuttlefish.
rat queen. Exactly.
That's
right.
It needs to be Captain. It needs to be Captain Cuttlefish versus
Captain
can I be
Cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish?
Captain
be Captain
Cuttlefish
Cuttlefish?
versus Captain Cuttlefish.
Yeah, can I be Captain
Exactly.
Cuttlefish? That's all I want.
Ooh,
Platoon 1, Captain Cuttlefish versus Platoon 2, Captain Cuttlefish.
I'd play. Splatoon 1 Captain Cuttlefish all the way.
No. But yeah, I'm gonna play the Splatfest as much as I can, just because I mean I'm gonna try to anyway. I wanted to play a bunch this week and I didn't because I've been super busy, and foot surgery is gonna be a pain in the ass.
I love you, Alex.
You posted the mobile link.
I posted on mobile.
Oh yeah, he did.
I tweeted it on mobile.
The first thing when I
Because-
saw that picture was Sokka.
Because the thing is, our phones. Shout out to the Samsung Galaxy not franchise, but brand. They've given us too much power.
Alright, what'd you
Yeah.
send me here, Nick? Samsung Galaxy, dude. I need to get a new phone really badly. My S8's starting.
I recommend the Samsung Galaxy. You
I-
can gift anything.
That's pretty fair.
That Oreo update's fucking godlike.
Oh yeah. But speaking of characters that I have hatred for,
Cuttlefish versus
How?
Octavio Splatfest. I don't think there's really a choice there.
There's not.
Ooh.
I would like to see Cuttlefish in one of them, but I don't know who he'd go against is the problem. Would it be Cuttlefish versus like Marie because they were the people guiding you through the
Sheldon?
campaigns, or
Well, no, it'd be Octavio because they're rivals.
yeah, but again, that's like not even a side you pick. Why would you pick Octavio? Like
Because
genuine
they're
question,
like-
who would and why? We
Same.
don't know
Because
his character
they're
enough.
old, jaded people. In your
Absolutely.
body.
Well, we
That
do
would
not
do
know
it
anything
just for the
about
shits and
Octavio
giggles.
other than the fact that he uses wasabi for his beats and that he sucks. We have dunked him twice now, at least.
See,
I've killed him
He
like 7
needs-
times for fun, but
same. He needs to be put in a tightly secured
I've never-
snow globe.
and
I
I've
fu-
never.
I
Played,
appreciate Octavio, but we don't
campaign.
know his character. We just know his quirks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've never played the campaign.
You should.
We
It's
heard you
actually
the
it's
first
actually
time.
a pretty solid experience. You definitely should do it.
The Indian boss fight is fucking amazing.
All right, we could talk Splatoon
And-
all day, but we really shouldn't.
And
Yeah.
speaking of characters that people have dislike for,
Hamtaro.
How do you hate Hamtar?
I hate hamsters.
I want a
How do you
hamster
hate
so badly.
Hamsters?
I don't know
They
what
don't
it is.
do anything.
You don't have a soul. I'm sorry, Kyle. I can't. Like,
I just think
you actually don't.
I think
I
it's.
don't like
I-
most
I'm-
rodents.
I'm pretty sure it's because a hamster beat him up one time on the playground.
No,
Did
a
a hamster steal your lunch money as a kid?
I have this.
Bro, did the hamster take your ball?
Jesus.
I have, no, I honestly, I'm dead serious here. I have a distinct dislike for all rodents. Like,
Why do you
I
hate
know-
yourself, Kyle?
I know it's not.
How
Fuck
do you
you.
hate Pikachu?
I know 20 people who will personally come through. Just
No, like it's
just
not.
because you said that. Like
It's not
rodents,
just-
all rodents.
It's not just hamsters. It's rats. It's mice. It's even fucking capybara. They all freak me out.
Capybara.
Dude, they will
Oh,
slide you.
Capybara can go
Dude,
die.
dude, I've got a plushie of a capybara for
No,
Dream Daddies.
capybara can go die
Keep that
Why?
thing away from me.
because of it's really childish. I have an old kids book, and all the characters are rodents, and the main antagonist is bully female capybara.
Is a chinchilla a rodent as well?
Yeah,
Sure.
That's the
And
only
then
one I
don't
can
get their
tolerate.
don't get their fur
What
wet.
about a sugar glider?
Kyle?
It's just-
I will come
Oh,
to
yeah, yeah,
your
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
house. I will beat you.
All rodents. It just it's
That's me getting up. I'm on my way. You're going. You're dying.
let me
Tonight.
be the way I am, okay?
But dude, but sugar gliders, they're so nice.
I can't.
Ferrets.
Oh,
Also
Kyle,
freak me
you're
out.
gonna die. Kyle, you're gonna die, man.
Naked romance. Wow, romance, mole rats.
Naked mole
You
rats,
hating on
baby.
Rufus?
Let's go.
Well,
You gonna hate
okay,
on
no, that's a
Rufus?
card. No, there's a different. No, it's
Naked
Not
mole
fine.
rats are real, Kyle.
yeah, they are. Like
Did
those
you
are
not?
in reality, those are very like creepy to look at, though.
You're
Like,
not wrong.
have you seen? Look at the ah.
Kyle, that's what you see when you look down in the bathroom.
What are we looking at? I'm choking.
I hope I can still hear. I'm shutting.
Chris, I'm gonna need you to not look at naked mole rats right now, please.
Still there.
Alex broke me for a second. Damn.
We need to recover.
It made me think of this picture I remember seeing tweeted at some point last year where it was a dude holding a naked mole rat, like a giant naked mole rat in his crotch area. And it was a tweet that said when guys send dick pics, and it was just this naked mole rat and the dude's hand, and if you didn't look closely, it looked like it. I wish I could type in something particular to find it, but anything I search is just gonna show me rat phallic objects that I'm not interested in. Yeah, it's nothing I'm gonna be looking for.
I was gonna say,
You're gonna
turn
see
your
him
safe
in Rule
search
34.
on.
It's just
Nope,
phallic.
nope,
That won't protect you. That will not protect you.
Oh no.
I saw that thing the other day. It was like, we need to create a character that they can't possibly rule 34. Hammond shows up, and
That's
it's like, oh god, what have they done?
Gonna say, have you seen furries? Have you seen Sonic Fox?
Stop it.
And Sonic Fox gets a pass. He's a nice gentleman.
No, he's not.
He
He tried saying Smash wasn't a fighting game.
It's not a party game.
It's by zero. You're gonna get caught hands from me.
God.
Cameron, you only say that because you're bad.
Well,
Wow.
I am bad.
Jay,
I'll admit that.
you're like 75% pacifist, so your hands aren't that much.
So we were supposed to talk about Hammond.
I
Yeah.
have nothing to say because I haven't.
Yeah, and
fucking
y'all
Overwatch.
just fucking came after me.
So there's a couple of things about Hammond, right?
Do not
For one,
anger
he
the
has an
hamster is this quote on the Wikipedia, by the way.
Don't anger.
Yeah.
me.
He has
Also, he's
amazing.
14 years old.
Everything about him is amazing, from his his emotes to his sprays to everything else. What is not amazing is how fast and how avid the community was to create Rule 34 content.
Have you not?
It
been
was
Are we going to go
disgusting.
back to the days of the Overwatch
It was
release where
disgusting.
Pornhub had to literally ask people to stop?
This is different. This is different. This is so
How?
different because the r/Overwatch Reddit itself was not usable for a whole day.
Wow.
They could not ban that many people that fast.
Step your game up.
It's so I don't know what it is about this little hamster.
He's
Rule
so
34 is
chubby.
wild. That's probably the issue. They called him thick and it was over.
Oh no. I specifically I went through and I watched the introduction video, and
I thought you about to say you
Overwatch
watched
Jeff
34.
was
I
like, hey,
nope.
the one thing I still cling on to this point is he was like, so he can't talk, and he's like, why would a hamster be able to talk? That's ridiculous. And it's like, he's memeing the hell out of us because Winston talks, but how does he communicate? Does the robot talk? Does it make noises? Does he squeak? I have not played, so I do not
it's
know.
Probably the robot. I haven't played either.
Okay, well, we'll look.
Is
I'll
he
go
available
look it
already?
up later.
Or
I
is he
thought
still
he was.
PTR?
If nothing else, he's been on the PTR for a while.
I know he's in the PTR. I don't know if he's.
If that's
Aren't
enough,
they
people can
are-
get what they need from that. And I never bothered looking up videos because every single
Yeah.
video that I
Aren't
tried
they-
searching for Hammond was the same thing, and it was just a
24?
screenshot, and I couldn't. It was so dumb.
Aren't they all in other Overwatch news? Aren't they also PTRing, Symmetra, if I'm not mistaken?
That's
No,
already
she's
out.
I was
already
that was
out.
already out. We talked about that back at E3. I thought.
And who is it? Fuck, I'm not thinking of Symmetra. It's somebody else.
It was Symmetra. It was
No. There's another one that I thought they were trying to.
Mm,
Or
I
maybe
have no
they
idea.
haven't put that in yet. It was a small rework to. Oh, what's her name?
Sombra.
I think Sombra.
It might be Sombra, yeah.
Yeah, I remember they mentioned that she was gonna have perma stealth as long as she's not hit.
Ooh.
Sophie looked at me. She's like,
Hello. Hi.
Sophie,
I started.
What are your opinion?
God, I still played at least a little bit back when Samba was released,
invisibility.
and I started like pseudo
Sombra.
maining her because she was such a meme at that point.
You should probably play Overwatch.
What do you
Alright.
think of the reworks for Sombra? So
Fuck you, Alex.
she just said it's something. She's not trying to talk. She's playing right now.
Alright.
Oh yeah, she's upset because you can't contest the point while invisible now.
Oh, that's
Really?
Yeah,
interesting.
because it's permanent. It's permanent invisibility. They're like, we need to draw something back.
Okay, but if you know that something's if you know that the point's being pushed, you can just be like, oh, there's a somewhere around here, just shoot.
Right, which it seems like it would be enough, but no.
I guess.
What the fuck?
There's a post on this website, this forum, where some dude's trying to argue that Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are part of the core Pokemon series. What?
But they're not.
This man typed like a genuine argument. Yeah, he's like pulling up points. He's got screenshots. He's got the Japanese kanji and everything. He's got that timeline of all the games.
Profile picture.
Yes.
Then his argument is invalid.
Hey,
And the worst part is it's like a
stop.
super memer anime picture where it's a dude with glasses, like his
Oh, it's,
fingers crossed in front of his forehead.
it's what the fuck? Getting Robot Dude's dad. It's that pose.
I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I thought they confirmed that they
What
are.
is his name? They're not.
I specifically thought they were like, no, this is not a core title.
They never said that it wasn't a core. They said that there's definitely a core game coming in 2018, 2019. And because they never said explicitly, people are running with it.
I mean, again, I couldn't care less if it's core or not. I don't consider it core. It feels more like a spin-off. Regardless, I'm buying it. So, all right. So, because we can't keep transitioning away from the rodent.
No, we can, because I can tell you,
Kyle.
no, it's video game related.
Is there a
If
what
only it was that easy.
Fuck, I'll say it later then.
So
Nice.
Hammond.
I mean, he
I
looks
have
great.
his abilities pulled up.
If he's not a hamster, I'd play the fuck out of him. That's my thing.
I think
You can just play him acting like you're only the robot. It's fine.
Yeah, I think you might like him regardless, Kyle.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Why couldn't you be anything other than a hamster?
He's got
'Cause I love...
cannons. Like, I'm gonna assume it's closer to Orisa than Diva.
That's fair.
I haven't looked up enough. I'll be honest. I'm
No idea.
very underprepared for tonight because I was working until directly before, and we only decided this afternoon.
I think he might actually be similar to Diva.
That's the thing is
sweater.
like everybody kept pointing out, but this is also a thing I think Overwatch does. Is they don't release heroes nearly often enough, and when they do, they always just feel like they're
I'd
just
like to point out, so
recycling
his,
abilities from other
his
characters. I don't
ultimate
like
is
that.
called Pile Driver, correct?
No, it's Minefield. Pile Driver is
it's
another one
Minefield.
of his abilities, though.
Oh.
It's not his
His
ult.
So when I
ultimate's
saw
Minefield.
when I saw that ability, I thought it was gonna be, because instead he goes down and puts everybody up, right? I thought it was gonna be
cannot
like-
recall.
So, from my
Yeah.
knowledge, it knocks everybody up in the air, and
Yep.
he like
This is
smashes. Yeah, he like goes and crashes, and then that like shockwave sends everybody up in the air. What I
Right.
thought it was gonna be, it was if you're near somebody, you kind of like grab them and dunk them.
That'd be amazing.
I would be so down for that.
Should do that like off.
Like, if that
bounds.
was the case, I would play that nonstop, even though I hate it.
It's almost like the scene out of a movie.
No, it's almost the scene out of Fighter Z when you're dunking Goku's. In this case, you're dunking Symmetras.
It's again fighable with a hamster.
Yeah.
Actually, no. What's funnier? No,
Right.
instead you're dunking fucking Junkrats.
There's a Gurren Lagann.
I
He
pulled
has
up.
a Gurren Lagann.
I pulled up a video in the meantime just to be sure, and it's of course not exactly what I'm looking for. I love that he has a 3-star difficulty, by the way. That's
Yeah.
funny.
It's
Alright.
because of his movement, I would guess.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, his cannons are closer to. They're actually kind of like a mix between Orisa and Diva, where he's got 2 of them. They seem to have decent range. However, they reload and Diva's doesn't, and that's I
It was
feel like
basically
they're not like shotgun
his character.
cannons.
His character was born out of people wanting Diva to be the offensive force that she was before,
Yeah, well,
but
no
they
such
didn't,
luck.
they didn't want Diva to be that
I've
because
seen.
one, she was too
I
strong.
watched a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So my favorite thing that I've seen, it doesn't say it or call it's basically a fucking wrecking ball where you grapple hook something and just smash them because that does damage.
Yes.
I mean, obviously
Yes.
he's called wrecking ball, but
Interesting.
like he will.
You weren't
grapple hook-
expecting that kind of mobility.
Yeah, no, dude, it looked cool as shit.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's got
But,
cloud cannons as his main fire. His alternate fire is a grappling hook, which is interesting if nothing else. I don't know. He can change his mech into like an actual like wrecking ball, essentially, where he can roll around the map, and he's very fast, fancy.
So,
He's got the pile driver that Kyle mentioned, which allows him to knock things up around him. He's got an adaptive shield. I didn't know about that one. Amount increases with more enemies nearby. Interesting. So,
it's like an overshield. It's
yeah,
cool.
I was gonna say. So I could already tell immediately this is a character where you want to shoot from a distance until you can charge up your ultimate, get in the way of other people. Once it's charged, you just go into your rolling form, immediately duck into the enemy team, pile driver them all so they can't shoot you immediately, activate your shield, and then activate your ultimate. Your ultimate is Minefield, which deploys a bunch of mines with, like, it specifically says around you. So that's why I'm saying you want to get in between the enemy team as best as you can. Deploys 15 proximity mines around him, each exploding on contact. So you definitely want to roll in, knock them up, activate your shield since they're in the air and can't retaliate while you do it, and immediately ult, and as soon as they're like landing, they just get detonated. There you go. That's the strategy. Have fun playing Hammond. Here I am. Here I am. Wrecking Ball can regain alt charge while Minefield is deployed. Oh, that's disgusting. But they only last 20 seconds, so that's not too bad, actually. And they only do 130 per mine, and they have 50 health, so they can be shot, apparently. There you go. Yeah. This is
I'm
Hammond.
just waiting to see all the mercies going fly away. It's like, oh, okay, bye.
Yeah, honestly. But, Hammond. I don't know what else to say. I keep hearing he's got good emotes and stuff.
Yeah,
He's almost like a movie character.
No, dude, he looks like he's got whiskers. You know who else I think has whiskers? Dr. Obama.
We're not done with Overwatch. Stop.
Oops.
Oh,
We're not done with Overwatch, kid.
What else is there?
There's also the fact that Blizzard signed a multi-year deal with a couple of networks such as Disney, ESPN, Fox, and ABC. To basically.
Really, Fox too?
I think so.
Okay, well, so the Disney, ESPN, and ABC are all pretty much the same thing.
Yes.
Because Disney owns them all.
Right. But specifically, Disney XD, ABC, and ESPN will be showing off the Overwatch League as it happens, and they're only doing They're only doing the playoffs and the finals this year. The next year, they're gonna
surprise me.
Use it as a regular, like as any other sport that ESPN would follow.
Hold on, so ESPN
esports is going a long way.
So hold on, let me get this. So ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, ABC, one of the 4 major networks, and Disney XD.
Yep, I mean Disney XD already has a history with Overwatch.
One of these
it does.
is not like the other ones. One of these things just doesn't belong.
Here.
The only one that's different is ABC.
In his trivia, it specifically talks about what I mentioned. Hammond doesn't speak English or any other human language, as, according to Jeff Kaplan, that would be, quote, completely ridiculous, unquote. Winston understands Hammond, quote, because, of course, they're animals, and all animals can communicate with each other, unquote. Hammond communicates with humans via soundboard in his mech. I hate this game.
I just hate Jeff. I just hate Jeff.
Oh my god, no. Hammond is the same eyebrow shape as Torbjorn. Thank you, Wikipedia.
I can't play Torbjorn anymore.
Oh god. Alright. Hammond is Pikachu sized, by the way.
Hammond is
he?
According to the trivia section.
That's
Hammond is Torbjorn's father.
I don't want that.
It's Brigitte's great grandson.
Oh god.
Brigitte's great grandson.
Great grandfather.
Brigitte. Alright. Are we done with Overwatch now?
yes.
I think so.
I don't want to talk about this.
What
Okay.
is there to talk about? I'm still confused.
Why are you looking at me? I actually know nothing about this.
I'm not looking
You're
at
the
you. I'm
Sonic
looking
guy.
at Kyle.
Oh, did I fix this?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh shit.
You did.
So it was
Fuck.
confirmed that yours truly. Why did I say yours truly?
Truly.
Jim Carrey's gonna play Doctor Robotnik in the Sonic live action movie. My biggest question is, why is there a Sonic live action movie?
Yeah.
Because Hollywood
Yeah.
hasn't quite learned its lesson yet.
Yeah.
Because we make bad 3D Sonic games. Let's make bad 3D movies as well.
I also heard that the actor for Froggy got announced.
Who
The
is it?
actor. Wait, Froggy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Kyle Eads.
Froggy. Oh.
Oh no, dude.
Shay was ready.
I'm so sorry.
I will.
You
I
so
100% will. I will chill the fuck out if they let me voice like a character that has half a line. If they let me play Froggy, I totally like chill out.
Froggy doesn't speak. Froggy's a frog.
Kyle,
Yeah.
did you unfollow me?
Huh?
You
I
He
blocked
figured it
you for a
out.
little bit.
Why'd you block
that? I unblocked you. But the thing that I, other than like why is this movie existing, I think it's weird to see Jim Carrey just doing a movie at all, because he's been
That's
very
fair.
like political and in a very weird way.
So is Dr. Robotnik.
You need to stop.
And so
I'm being very hurt.
I think a few questions that come out of this legitimately are like, how are they going to make it look? Is he going to be like in some sort of suit? Is it going to be like? Is
Yeah,
it gonna be
sorry,
like?
he's not fat anymore. We have to take creative liberties.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming it'll be his model, but like
Yes.
very heavily CGI, kind of like what was it, the Christmas movie that he did?
Okay, my question is he gonna look like modern Eggman or is he gonna look like Dr. Robotnik?
That yeah,
I would
that's what I
have
was
to-
wondering.
I would have to guess Dr.
Modern.
Robotnik. I don't
Oh.
think so.
Yeah, go
I
down,
don't think
Alex.
I don't think it's Sonic.
But
Because it's been in the works for a long time, I know. But I think just like the story that most people know is like the OG Sonic.
yeah, I think if they do it, I'm interested up to the point where I see that very first trailer, and Sonic looks disgusting.
From what
Not
they
good
showed off,
disgusting, gross. What
he
the
doesn't look bad.
What?
But it was, from what they showed off, he doesn't look bad. But it also wasn't from a trailer or anything. It was just like promotional art. So I don't know.
So it's gonna be either a mix of CGI and totally gross.
I think they said that what's her name? Scarlett Johansson's gonna play Sonic.
Seriously?
No, Kyle.
No, Kyle.
Listen.
Kyle.
I've got some interesting trivia that isn't important in any way, shape, or form. Jim Carrey likes to frequent a restaurant here in, well, I say here, but we're all at different locations. He likes to go to a restaurant in Akron called the Diamond Grill, and I've seen him just chilling, eating a sandwich, and I'm like, why the fuck are you here?
He is old. He is old version of Shia LaBeouf.
What does that mean?
Like, he is the celebrity that like, oh, I don't want to be a celebrity anymore. I'm just gonna be weird as hell.
But he was just doing normal restaurant stuff.
No, yeah, that's just Jim. Jim Carrey's always been like that, where he just does whatever he wants to do,
That's pretty
and
fair.
then
Yeah.
acts on the side.
Except like when he's on TV, and then he's just creepy as hell.
You're right.
It's-
But why a restaurant here?
But I think
He likes the
so.
atmosphere.
Somebody who doesn't.
No one would know who he is.
We all knew who he was. And we're just like,
No one's gonna bother him though.
we all bothered him. We all went, why are you?
You are garbage people.
Well, you're not wrong. Second of all, this was a 5-star restaurant, and it became a 3-star restaurant in the span of 2 months. That's
Because Jim Carrey started going there.
Well, no, because we changed management, and then they got roaches, and I was like, I don't work here no more. Bye.
Sounds like my local Taco Bell. That's been shut down several times. We are getting very off topic of video games. Let's move
Yes.
on.
I'll be real. I have no faith in this.
Same.
Oh no.
I have no faith in any video game movie ever again until Nintendo does their cinematic universe.
Oh Jesus, that's a.
There's been talks about it, and honestly, like I wouldn't doubt it. And it's supposed to like all come together in an Avengers type way with Smash Bros. But I don't think it'll be as big as MCU. But if they still end up doing it,
Ah,
I'm so excited just for the Zelda.
I think
Kyle.
World. What?
It's,
You-
fine. It's happened to every single topic so far. I'm okay with it.
I'm sorry. Just yeah. No, it's a problem. I know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's fine. But I'm
I
also
thought he was-
excited for the Zelda movie.
Speaking of other bugs that aren't roaches,
I like this bug.
I like that bug too. Well, he's
Is he a
not-
bug?
He is a bug.
Why do you not want to admit him as a bug?
He's a bug.
Because I know story and lore bits.
They're
I'm like,
okay,
oh
but they
my
also
god.
refer to him as a bug in the game.
I know, but there's a reason for that.
I know,
Like-
but he is a bug.
Kinda.
Nope, he's a bug.
Kinda.
I mean, like kind of, but also like he's canonically a bug.
Yes, but he's not just.
If it
He's
walks
more than
like
just a bug.
and
They're
it
all
talks like a
more
bug,
than just a bug.
and it's
Well,
a
no,
bug.
he's more than just a.
I know, I'm aware. He's still a
He's
bug.
just a bug to me right now, okay?
That's why I'm not trying to say anything.
You're already saying too much.
Bug.
I haven't spoiled anything really. It's just
Wait, so is he a bug or isn't he a bug?
Stop talking.
Is
The
he-
bug.
Stop.
So Hollow Knight is
Stop.
finally out on the Switch, guys.
Yeah.
And we get the
After
DLC
you
for free, which is
fucking- you call it,
fantastic.
too.
And it handles
Yeah,
pretty
dude.
dang well. I only played like
It's
an
really-
hour on the plane because I told myself that I'm not allowed to actually play it until I beat Cave Story on my channel, which I have to start playing Cave Story on my channel,
Oh yeah,
which is
Sneaker
the
helped
first
with that.
problem. Yikes. But in that
Yeah.
first hour, I beat 2 bosses, which is pretty good.
Which boss did you beat?
I beat the big armored dude where you like knock
False
off his
Knight.
helmet and stab him in the face.
False Knight.
Yeah, False Knight, and then it's more of like a mini boss where you get the essentially the Kamehameha, like the little
Yeah.
energy
Oh,
blast. It's like that mini boss Scarab, I guess, where he if you get too close, he like goes into his armor, and you just have to
Yeah,
keep
that-
blasting him away. So
that
I
was the little
beat
one.
that area as well as the False Knight, and then I started like the foresty area because you have to kill another one of those little Scarab or whatever
Yeah,
armored bugs, I guess. Got there, immediately fell in the water. I was like, huh, okay. And then they're like, hey, you can get off our plane now. And I was like, that's fair.
Have fun with Hornet.
Dude.
You know,
I love.
Like Hornet's cool up until I was like Hado, and she was like, no. All right,
Yeah.
then never mind.
I've been playing it really, really slow, and the last time I played, I lost 4,000 Geo, and I turned it off because I was like, you know what?
You were you had to. You were like, so this is what Dark Souls feels like.
No, I knew.
Oh,
Because
boy.
I've seen the game before, and I've lost like 2,000 Geo before. But at this point, because I was in the Royal Sewers and I lost really stupidly, I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna break my controller today.
I'm just
I feel
not
you.
getting used to myself.
I feel you on that.
It is a great game, though. It's
It
beautiful.
is a phenomenal game.
Amazing.
yeah, it was super fun from what I played so far.
R/Tomorrow has adopted it over Celeste.
I'm
Not
proud.
that that means anything to anyone.
No,
I
it doesn't
mean-
mean much, but I'll take it
That's
nonetheless.
okay. You know what R/Tomorrow is?
No.
Nope.
It's basically the meme switch Reddit subreddit. It's nothing but memes. It's honestly like it's not
Why?
toxic, but it is garbage.
Hmm.
And the
Why
biggest
not tomorrow?
because when the Switch was coming out, one of the frequent questions on the Switch subreddit was when is the Switch coming out? People would say tomorrow. So then R/Tomorrow.
That's
Wow.
That's
And
awesome.
That's great.
And one of the biggest memes was, have you heard of Celeste, this new Dark Souls of platformers? And that's all R/Tomorrow is, TBH, is just Celeste memes. But now there's a bunch of Hollow Knight.
At least they choose wisely.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I can't wait to play more of this damn game.
I have a plushie of the grub somewhere in my room.
Ooh, okay.
Joas, question mark?
Yeah, question mark?
Question mark,
I was like,
maybe.
have you guys rescued any of the grubs yet?
I think I rescued like
Yeah,
3 or
dude,
4 of them, and I
you
can't
still
reach other ones in the starting area yet.
So many moons ago, when Indie Box wasn't whatever the fuck they are now, one of the boxes was Hollow Knight, and I was like, "Here's my money." They're like, "But we haven't. Here's my money." So I got the
I love
game,
his Twitter, man.
the soundtrack, the grub plushie, and something else. I gotta find and a map of the world, right? That is
That's
framed. It costs you much, but hey,
Yeah.
I keep turning screen sharing off because I have something to reply to this, but I can't really avoid it. You're gonna see it regardless at this point.
Oh my lord.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
nah, fam, it's fine. Man up, it'll be fine.
That's great.
Spoilers.
I wish we were
No
to
idea.
If you want to know
No
what
idea what that
spicy
means.
fresh memes I'm talking about, you got to go to my Twitter, which is conveniently linked at the top there. It's also in the description of the Twitch channel. Just saying, all of our Twitters are there. If we want to keep
I
talking
wish we were
Switch
doing
games,
podcasts.
though, we can go to
So-
Blade Strangers, which I'm also still ridiculously hyped about.
Cameron has an opinion.
When does it drop?
I got
Cam-
mixed feelings.
Drops next month, doesn't it?
I think so.
So who else is helping them make this?
August.
I've never heard
August
of that
28th.
studio.
It's Nicalis.
Yeah, but someone. Okay, they're publishing the game. Who's making the game?
They are making the game. They have published
making
other
Oh no!
the
Wait,
games.
go back. Go
They're
back to
making the game
the
from
next
all of
window.
their
Wait, what?
things. From all the titles
Hit
that
back,
they
just hit back,
published.
because it says studio
Oh,
developers studio.
Never mind then. Interesting.
I can't
Size
I can't
Ensign.
Says
see. Okay, that sounds super fucking Japanese.
It is Japanese.
So
Founded in 1997.
wow.
Oh, they made Glory Hercules. You'll be fine.
Heracles.
Oh, sorry.
Platinum.
I'm very much leaned back in my chair. I can't really see that tiny font.
Oh, I have no
So-
doubt you cannot see that on screen share.
So I see
Voice
all those
your
names,
opinion.
and I'm just like, okay, that's an RPG. That's a beat 'em up. That's beat 'em up / RPG.
Good night,
I
I
was
was.
making a fighting game. Like
Because
yes,
they have
give people.
a bunch of
Ooh,
IPs
that is
pull
a
from.
nice quote color.
It's because they have a bunch of IPs they can pull from, and people have been wanting a fighter. So they're like, okay.
Oh, I just want to know why is this studio handling it, not someone else? Like, cause this studio's known for beat 'em ups and stuff, and it's like, that's cool.
they
If there's
can
a demo, I'll play it, but why in this
Why not?
fucking game?
But
I think it's
I'm
just-
specifically pulling
I
this
would
up
think-
for the fact that
Astro.
Nick House is publishing Blade Stranger, which is awesome because I'm actually looking forward to it. The one problem I have is
Yeah.
the game looks so ridiculously slow. Oh
It
my
looks
god.
very-
It
looks
looks so
like speed up
slow.
really.
Look how much
It's
of this
an
tournament
all
I've
arcade
watched.
fighter.
I've watched almost an hour and a half of this tournament, and mind you, it's ridiculous because everybody commentating on it is like, "We have no idea what's going on in this game," and they're like, "What's that character again?" And then they'll just kind of talk like, "Yeah, this quarter circle looks good," and then that's like the entire thing. But I'm more just watching to watch. It looks interesting, but the game is just so slow. But
It has basically an arcade fighter.
yeah, people are like, "Oh, it looks like Street Fighter 2," and I'm like, "That means nothing to me."
Oh,
Um,
that's not good.
But
it's
I'm
not-
pointing.
So
I'm
I
pulling.
wish
up-
I could
Go ahead.
say a little more on it because I haven't actually looked too much at Blade Strangers because as interesting as the concept and like as cool as it looks, I haven't like gone any depth into it.
There's not much to look at.
It's a
TBH.
very face value.
So
So like if I could
Yeah.
compare it to any previous fighting games that I might have seen, I could try to help it, but I don't.
God, I
It's
hate that
like-
they call him Adam.
You can think of it like an arcade fighter with anime fighter qualities.
How so?
Like the moveset and basically the way you play the game is very much like an anime fighter, but the other qualities that aren't in your control, such as the speed and the health bars and the timing and whatnot, is all very much like an arcade fighter.
Mm.
Old arcade fighter like Tekken
Oh.
or Street
Oh
Fighter
my.
Killer Fighters.
Okay.
good old
It
button
looks
check.
gorgeous and it looks like an anime fighter, but
For
it plays like an arcade fighter.
Oh god, yeah, Chris, I see what you're talking about now. Oh my.
Yeah, it's ridiculously slow.
So,
It is worth noting that some characters are faster than others in terms of movement speed.
So I
That's
am
fact-
excited to see how all the characters are gonna like different play styles because I'm like,
There doesn't
some of them
seem to be
can't just-
many. From what I've
I
seen
can
in this
follow
tournament,
that action.
Solange
That's
is
really
definitely
dope.
the go-to, very basic character where she's got good range, good damage, good combos that are easy to set up. The biggest thing that I noticed besides the general speed of the game is the fact that gunvolt.
Gunvolt
There
clap.
is
Ooh,
no
that
blocking
pilot's
in the
fun.
air. You could not block in air. And I thought that's going to be ridiculous. Because that's like, I feel like half the movement in this game is going to be jumping around because you're so slow on the ground.
With certain characters like Gunvolt, that's like for certain because he's really
Yeah,
good.
see, he's already noticeably faster than Solange. But mind you, he's kind of being bopped in the corner right now.
Oh, wait,
I
so
feel
no
like
push
this
block?
encourages
Push
more
block?
like thoughtful movements as opposed to like let me throw this out.
Oh,
so I
absolutely.
can
You actually have to
set up
use
Where
a
are her
semblance of
clothes?
brain from time to time. At the start of matches, though, from this entire tournament, for the most part, is really dumb though. Everyone's just throwing out any projectile they have, and it's really boring to watch. But also, it's the first time most of these people have played, so it's all they know. But even then, I hate metas like that, where in the game, if you aren't close, somebody's just going to continuously whip projectiles at you until you die.
Yeah.
It also looks very grab reliant. What were you gonna say?
Watching
Well, I think
watching
they
this
have their
little-
own mechanic to break out of grabs. I'm sorry, Cameron. What were you saying?
watching this little exchange between these characters, I'm like, yo, I'm getting some heavy Marvel 3 vibes that once the community learns how to play the game, this is
Yeah,
gonna be a
dude.
one-touch game. I'm
For
just like,
sure.
oh god.
God, I hope
Especially
not.
with how
I do
fast
not.
the
I
health
do
bars
not
go
want to
down.
play a fighter where if I get hit once, I get comboed to death. Also, that's another thing. It's very common in this entire tournament that someone keeps pressing the home button. I don't know why it's so common.
Are they using controllers or sticks?
Some people are using either. For the most
Probably
part, it's with
controllers.
sticks.
Oh god.
But yeah, I pulled up Crystal Crisis because Nikaos is also publishing Crystal Crisis, which I found interesting, specifically because they've also got a bunch of these characters that are going to be Blade Strangers, but then they've also got like Astro Boy, and I want to see Astro Boy in Blade Strangers.
Strangers.
They've already
Yo,
said
pre-order
that while the
bonus.
starting roster is small, they do plan to like introduce free DLC characters, which is awesome because I want Astro Boy. They clearly have the rights to him, at least for one game. I can't see why they wouldn't try getting him in Blade Strangers while they could. Because Blade Strangers has Isaac, it has Quote and Curly, it has Gunvolt. Like, they've got some really interesting characters to go in this game.
Fucking Shovel Knight.
Yeah, Shovel Knight, but Shovel Knight's and everything.
Dude, Isaac is in it and he looks
He is.
hilarious.
Isaac looks so ridiculous.
It's
Somebody was
so-
playing him earlier on in the tournament.
His animations are the
They're
funniest.
wild.
Is Meat Boy in there?
No, that's
No.
not Alice.
It's the same.
I wouldn't want him.
He's the same developer that makes
No.
Isaac,
Not the same.
right?
Not the same publisher though.
Oh, okay.
I like how you had to point that out in chat, Kyle.
Yeah,
You don't say?
they listen. They need to know.
I guess. I guess so. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. It comes out August 28th, so just over a month
Is there a
away.
price?
I think it's a $30 or $40 game.
I can't wait to see Cameron liking pictures of the characters.
Yeah.
Excuse
I
me.
don't know, man.
Singular.
What's
singular
what's
character.
that? I want to say it's $40. Okay.
40. Okay.
That's like it's not bad. It's just the roster's small, so if I don't like anyone, it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna do
Alex,
my
what's wrong with
damn
Quote and
best to
Curly?
like. I was gonna say I'm gonna do my
What?
damn best to like Quote and Curly, so it doesn't really
What
matter.
are you
But
saying to me?
I guess
I
we'll
don't
see.
even know half of these characters.
That's because they're
Curly,
from a lot of
Gunvolt,
games I've never even
and
heard of.
fucking-
Cameron,
Yeah,
it doesn't
thank
matter.
you.
I already know I'm gonna see someone so often from you liking pictures of her.
Oh my god.
Nah, fam. I've played her game. Her game's not that.
Which one?
Code of
That's-
Princess.
Code of Princess.
He's beaten
It's
it, 100%ed, done his own fan art.
He's
all
beating
that.
himself about. I don't know.
Or is.
Man, if
I
only it
wasn't
that
gonna go
easy.
there.
We're all scrubs here. It's all right.
It's fine.
It is worth noting the one thing in this
Scrub
tournament,
it.
besides the fact that
What are we
Solange is a really
scrubbing?
good basic character, the Coda Princess one that I keep talking about. Come on, that one, the boobs. Yeah.
Solange.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you, Sky in chat. Just beep.
babes. The I'd say title villain, which she's on the left side, so I'm waiting for the scroll. Oh my god.
You mean it's not the JoJo looking motherfucker right there?
Stop.
Juju. God, this is so much slower than I thought it was, but it's slow enough that people can actually
Who
comprehend
would
some of
want
the
a
characters.
JoJo
This one,
fighting game?
this one rolling
No.
around with like that little. She's right behind Curly. Main point. She has got busted moveset as well. That people kept saying that she's got a stupid confirm in her kit, and it was interesting to see. Like right at the start, one of her moves, it's not a projectile, but it's a ranged attack. As soon as the game starts, if you're not blocking, you'll get smacked by it every time. It is the stupidest thing.
One of the fighters is a cat.
I would say the little girl on the cat.
And the cat.
There we
That's-
are. Hey, look,
Oh,
both
wow.
of them.
It's really good as well.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Their characters
I'm
really
looking
good,
at,
but the
I'm looking
Hold
at
on.
Futaba beating up some.
Let's see if she does it right at the start.
No, that's
No, she
that's
didn't, actually.
obviously that's Penny from Ruby, but evolved.
There it is. That move.
Oh,
It's just like a spike out of the ground, and the
That's
range
a
is perfect
problem.
for like where you start in a match that you'll get smacked by it if you don't block.
That's straight up Penny evolved.
Yeah,
They need to
actually,
nerf
It
that.
is like Penny. Yeah, exactly.
They
It is like
need to
Penny
nerf
V2 though. But yeah, she looks really strong. Solange looks really strong. Surprisingly, the little girl on the cat, Emiko, also looks really strong.
The cat is really good, actually.
For, like if you know what you're doing, this
looks
character
so
is very
creepy, though.
monstrous.
the special is also great.
Oh, for sure.
I doubt they do, but this.
I think there's
cat-
2 levels
So
of
wait.
special in this game, maybe 3. I'm pretty sure it's just 2 though.
is this going to be a real game or an auto combo game?
God.
It's a real game. There aren't down the
I was to say there are not
Did
actual.
she just throw a soccer ball?
She did. She's a little girl. What are you thinking?
Okay, no.
Did you just see that?
The pet cat.
The cat just grabbed and body slammed her. This
Yo, we
means
don't-
nothing
Bro,
to
she's
anyone
Zangief
watching the
fucking
stream
here.
because I have other stuff going on. Just- it's such.
for
This
those of
game
you-
is so ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
for
I'm
those of
definitely
you
looking
in-
forward to it.
For those of you in chat who can't see, a cat just body slammed Penny from Ruby.
It's at the hour 2-minute mark. About what I linked, go to about an hour and 2 minutes, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. I don't know. The game looks surprisingly interesting though, but I'm just very worried how I'm gonna feel because it's such a slow-paced game. And if it becomes
I
a
hear
game
you.
like Marvel vs. Capcom, where if I get bodied into a corner once and just combo to death, I'm not gonna like it at all. That's not.
It honestly might be, unless they have something like push blocking, just because.
I don't think there is because that one person was caught in the black screen. They didn't.
Well, they're
block
also
push.
very new to the game. Like
Yeah.
they're very new to the game, but I don't know. It might just be a one-touch game because the health bars go down very low, like old school Tekken or Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I don't know. There is a lot of people in this throughout this tournament that get put into a corner, and they don't necessarily get comboed, but you can just sit there and block forever. It was
Don't
interesting.
put baby in the corner.
Don't put baby in the corner. This is accurate.
Don't put kitty in the corner.
Say now I gotta find
can't-
where I was. It's not
She can't
here.
push block.
Good enough. All right,
just
so
tried
Blade
to-
Stranger's gonna be cool. Unfortunately, Code Vein is not as cool anymore because it got delayed to 2019.
That look okay. As I have no idea what Code Vein is.
It's just
but
anime
that-
Dark Souls.
It's
but
quite
whatever that
literally
is,
just
looks cool
anime.
as heck.
Yeah,
That
it's
was cool
just
as heck.
anime Dark Souls.
I was hoping somebody would
Yeah.
say something, but I guess not.
I don't have anything to say on it.
I also-
I thought Cameron
I'm
would,
not
but I
like-
just keep hearing like,
I
hmm.
do.
He does,
Hear
but
me?
he's
Depressed,
not talking.
literal depression.
You know?
So they went. So they did the thing developers don't normally do. They went. So how'd you guys like the game? And they went. This needs to be fixed. And Bandai was like, oh, okay. However, you're gonna have to wait. It was like, can other people play the E3 demo? And you're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. So you gonna tell us what needs to be fixed, or
No.
was that just like a little E3 insider thing? It's like, oh, no, that's for people E3. Also, it's not gonna be at Gamescom anymore. I was like,
You should have came to E3, bro. Please.
I was like, I had the money to go to E3. I just have to buy a car and insurance and gas.
I
yeah.
was gonna say that's a lot
That's a
more
lot.
than having money to go to E3, dog.
You could go to one of the E's.
You can go to E1.
You want?
I'll
You can go to E.5.
I can go to Evo. It's fine.
You can go to
That's
E5.
E0, so yeah, you can afford that.
But I'm just glad that they went. Hey, we hear you guys. We hear that there's something wrong, and we're gonna fix it. I see my hero pictures, and I have no context whatsoever
New opening.
Jesus.
because I haven't seen season 3 yet.
You need to watch this episode.
You really do.
All right.
Yeah.
I've yet to watch.
Yeah, Code Vein.
anything.
So it's literally anime Dark Souls. You're like a vampire of some sort, and it's honestly I want to get it, but it's never looked spectacular. Everything that I have seen just kind of looks meh.
It looks very generic.
Yeah, it does. Like,
I will give it that.
there's
I have no
there's
idea.
another game called Lords of the Fallen, which was like
Ooh.
trying to run off the hype of Dark Souls getting into like
I
mainstream
was just
spotlight.
thinking about
This
that.
game is horrible, and the fact that it's got an 8 out of 10 on a GameSpot and a 7.4 out of 10 on IGN is disgusting.
Okay,
This
I
game
was
is
listening to a
horrible.
IGN.
I was listening to a podcast earlier today, and they were talking about this game because it's something else that we'll get to later. But they were talking about that they want this game. They want it to be a battle royale.
What the hell?
No.
Mhm.
What?
Yep.
No.
What?
The conversation was ridiculous. They made good points for it, but it was a ridiculous conversation. They basically said
Oh,
they wanted
yeah.
a melee. They said they wanted a melee battle royale with Dark Soul style combat, but they didn't want to call it Dark Souls a battle royale, which is fair. So it was like Lords of the Fallen, but battle
That
royale.
actually sounds interesting. I don't like. I mean, obviously.
That
it's
actually,
like
yeah, no,
thing.
you're...
I mean, a melee. I was thinking about it the other day as well.
A melee
battle royale
version
where
of
you
battle
come in
royale, yeah.
and you pick up like.
Where it's just nothing but pots and pans, yeah.
I was thinking more like martial arts battle royale, but yeah, that too. I mean, that'll come with another discussion that we have
The
later.
Tournament of Power.
Please stop.
Battle, Island of Nine battle royale.
So,
Is it
Zatch
possible
Bell.
to kick Kyle?
Zatch Bell, yeah.
Zatch Bell.
Oh,
Snatch Bell was a battle royale.
oh
Yeah.
God, you're right. Just with
It was
mages.
literally, yeah.
They
So
need to make it a game now. I want it so bad.
I don't know. I want Code Vein to be better than it looks. And when I was
mean,
mentioning Lords of the
From what I've
Fallen,
seen, I have no.
Lords of the Fallen, like I said, tried to capitalize on Dark Souls suddenly hitting mainstream popularity for being as difficult as it is, and they did it horribly. The game is so boring. But like it's like everything is so slow in this game. Every attack is so unnecessarily slow and doesn't do enough to the point where there's a shield bash glitch, which is the video I'm showing you guys while we're screen sharing here, where you just run up and you just spam your shield on enemies and it does enough damage that it makes the game actually go at a decent enough pace. But if you don't do it, the game is so slow. It's just so bad. Oh my god. But Code Vein has not looked terribly excellent yet. There's just nothing necessarily special, which kind of sucks. But I want it to be so much better than it is. It looks really pretty, but like the gameplay itself never looks spectacular. It's like, it's there, I guess. It's anime, I guess. You
Yeah.
can stab people, I guess.
I mean, well, my thing-
Aesthetically, I'm about it.
Yeah.
Just because,
Whoa.
Like
the
that.
world.
If you parry people, you like
background.
stab them with your hand. But like even then, it looks pretty. But if you look closely, it doesn't even look like the models are in very properly. I
Oh, you
don't
cut
know.
out.
It looks really awkward. There's like
My-
very.
so-
This is from. Wow, only June 9th. Yeah, it definitely looks like a game that needs the extra time. But because of that extra time, I'm losing interest more and
Well, my
more.
thing with that is, Chris, you don't like Monster Hunter either.
I cannot stand Monster Hunter.
And Monster Hunter fucking blew the fuck up over the last 3 or 4 months.
It's such a slow game.
It depends on who you're playing with.
Yeah, it was.
Because,
Really does.
Dual
Hang on.
blades, we'll be done in 5 minutes.
What? Okay, this is the most common thing I've heard with like people who don't like Skyrim. Is it's too slow? Do you like Skyrim?
I don't mind Skyrim, but I don't think the game's that slow. The problem, like, why I find big storm overhead, gotta run. Have a good rest of the stream. Stay safe, Matt. Don't die in New York just yet.
Oh, go to the Pokemon
This is
Center.
not true, Arides.
It's
You're
not.
you're spreading false information. I like a grind, but I don't like when a grind is ridiculous. I think my problem with Monster Hunter is the fact that from at least what I played in the beta, I'm not willing to go out and buy this game to change my mind. So unless someone wants to let me borrow it or rent it or buy it for me, I'm never gonna touch it again. The beta was ridiculous because you picked a weapon and then you just spent like an hour chasing around this giant monster that doesn't take damage, will slap the shit out of you. I'm exaggerating, obviously.
I was gonna say, I was like, wait a
It
minute.
never took us that long, but it didn't take us a short enough amount of time that it felt worth the time investment to get slapped around and chase this giant monster around the map multiple times. I didn't enjoy the fact that they tried running away multiple times. It just felt dumb. The movesets never felt spectacular. They were flashy from time to time, but even then it was very minimal. It's just, there was nothing there that I really enjoyed. I'm not saying it's a bad game, it's just not for me. I've tried Dauntless with Arides and Nick, and that game I enjoy a lot more, but I still don't like it that much. When it
Oh,
finally
I'm the
clicked
total
for me,
opposite.
I was like, this isn't bad, but it's still just there. I don't I don't know. I think it's just no instant gratification, I guess. I don't know. But I love a grind. I've played so many MMOs now, but the grind for Monster Hunter is just not one that I appreciate at all. I feel like
Yeah,
it's a
you
very
love the
ridiculous
grind. You
grind.
play Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
So-
I played the hell out of Animal Crossing.
So with
Still
me and
in
my
debt.
friends, because same,
Still in
because
debt.
I'm the low man on the totem pole. All my friends are like they're damn near where G rank is supposed to be at, where G rank is supposed to be at by now. So I'll just jump in a match with them, and they'll go, "All right, we'll be done in 5 minutes." So
Like, hold it online,
we're gonna
baby.
hunt these seven. We're gonna hunt these 7 things and get you your armor set. I'm like, cool. We literally grabbed all dual blades, all shock traps, and we had the baddest monster wrapped up in 5 minutes, and just like, see that was fun, but that's not supposed to be a thing. Like that doesn't make the game fun. What makes the game fun is me going, how do I kill that? Oh, it flipped me across the map. I'm gonna go hunt it. I'm gonna kill it
Damn.
extra hard just because I can. And you like nothing was really flashy to you, so that meant no one used the insect glaive because that's like I'm gonna go Batman from a cliff and go, let me stab this thing in the eye, have the
Yeah.
black insect fucking chew on its ear. I'm gonna flip out of its eye and then stab it
Chew
in
on
the
its
head.
ear.
And just the
Yeah.
insect
Potentially
doesn't do
kinky.
a whole lot. I mean, if you're into that,
I can nibble your ear.
Oh,
but like for Monster Hunter, it really depends on the weapon you play. 'Cause I just got the charge blade. I'll charge up my charge blade and go, all right, time to make the earth explode, and I'll make the monster shoot across the map. Like, huh? Why didn't anyone tell me I could do this? Like, we did. You just don't listen, and you don't push the right button, and you don't push the right buttons. I'm like,
That's
So
me
it's like
playing like
playing a
every
fighting
video
game.
game ever.
you didn't push the right buttons.
No, we told you we could do this. You just didn't listen.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. The entirety of the
That's
Halo
me in
3
fighting games
playthrough.
right now.
Oh man,
wow.
I don't know. It's like,
thank you for that, Sophie.
I am not against trying out Monster Hunter again, but I will not buy it, and I will not go out of my way to rent it either. So someone either has to let me borrow it, buy it, or rent it for me, and I'm not against trying
we
it
gotta
again.
bring Murph
Chris,
on the
Just so I'm
podcast.
not the total piece of shit who's like, I will not do it again.
What if they let you
gotta-
steal it from Japan?
Chris,
We
do you
gotta
want it
bring
for
her on the
Xbox or
podcast.
PlayStation?
I don't have PlayStation Plus, so it has to be Xbox.
Okay.
That's also the thing is
Crossfoot.
I cannot. Yeah, that's fair. If only.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
but Sony's kind of Sony. I will not,
So-
I will not support every console's online right now, especially because I just don't own enough games on PS4 to justify it. But even then, Xbox already
You're
costs
right.
too much. I can't do the same exact price with PlayStation as well. Not happening.
It's
All right.
okay. Nintendo's only going to be $20 a year. I was like, okay.
So instead of
Here's a-
speaking about things that annoy us, let's talk about things that hype some of us up.
Actually, before we do that,
Oh.
so you said that game doesn't look good. Like it just doesn't like look good enough to you.
It doesn't look spectacular yet. It looks
Well,
alright, but that's not.
You know
I'm
what
not looking for
you know
alright.
what can make you look good?
Dollar Shave Club.
I was gonna say Movement Watch, but that
I
works too.
hate the both of
Hey, can we say hey Movement Watch?
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored.
hashtag not
Movement
sponsored.
Watch was founded by 2 broke college kids who.
Stop
thought
it!
that-
Stop! You can't do that.
You want to know what was founded by one
Kyle.
broke college kid and like 9 to 12 other friends? The cast of us.
Yeah.
I mean, their watches are kind of nice. Though.
In this house, we like good connection.
In this house, we like talking about video games.
Do we?
I'm actually.
I actually don't know what a video game is anymore. Sorry, we're gonna end the stream here.
Anime is bad,
I'm
remember?
buying a Movement Watch. I'm trying to get a sponsorship deal. Okay.
We gotta go with the old rules. We only know about video games. Anything else is literally just doesn't exist to us. Sorry. Who's played Octopath?
I have.
Good. That's what I was banking on. How you feeling, Cameron?
So because you were my friend and I love you,
Oh,
I am here and not playing Octopath.
I appreciate that.
Because I transferred my save from the demo. I was what's his name, Therian, the thief
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, dude. Same.
So and I was like, so if I go over here, I can be the huntress lady. They're like, yeah. So I'm Aloy from Horizon, but I don't have robot bits, and it's essentially your Aloy, but without the robot bits. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
nice. The music is awesome. And until you get to the boss, and he's like, "Oh, I see you're low on health there. I'm just gonna." All right.
Did you get clapped up?
Yup. He was like, "I'm gonna fall from the sky." I was like, "You shouldn't."
Wait, which
do
boss?
That the boss for the
For
what's her
Therian?
name? No, the girl. Oh no, I killed the butler. I was like, "No, you need to,
I
you
was
need
gonna
to
say like
leave."
the butler was so easy. What are you saying?
Like the butler's like, "You need to leave, sir." That pissed me off. He's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you're not wanted, but you're now a terrible thief." I'm like, but I'm the
Dude,
best
he was
thief.
great.
I was like, what? But there is one
He
thing.
was like, you were good, but not good enough.
There is one thing I don't like about the game.
What's that?
I'm playing as the thief. I become the
Yeah.
huntress, and they're like, "So now you're the
Yeah.
huntress." I'm like, "Let me change back to the thief. I want to go do these stuff." And they're like, "No,
Nope.
you have to stay
You
as
gotta
the
be
huntress."
at least.
It's just like,
You gotta be at least our first chapter.
see, I thought I was done once I killed the boss, and they're like, "Nope, go find your master." I'm like,
I
he's
haven't
been
done
gone
hers
for
yet.
a year.
I haven't done hers yet because I went and got Ophelia after I
Oh, you
like
knew?
got
Oh,
my
fuck,
first
what's her name?
companion. But and, like
Ophelia's
hers
the-
was relatively short. She's the cleric. She's the one that can get people to follow you.
So I saw Ophelia, and I was like, "Oh, they put Lady Lunafreya in this game. Got it." So I'm assuming all the main characters are main characters from other games, just bravely defaultified to look like this. I'm like, I see what you're
Yo,
doing, and
Bravely
I'm very
Default
okay
is a
with that.
gift.
That's interesting.
Such a
It's-
good game.
So I thought it was the whole team that made this, and it's not. Because I was like, I've never heard of Acquire before. Because Silicon something makes Bravely Default and Bravely Second. So half the team? Question mark?
Sure,
Maybe?
sure.
The graphics are just fucking A1 gorgeous, except for when lens flare becomes an issue.
It's actually beautiful though.
It is, but
Like
lens
there's so
flare.
many screenshots from the game that I have just because of how good it looks. But
Same.
you see when there's certain effects, like in the snow, it's amazing because it's all like diamond dust.
I have not gotten to Ophelia yet. We're making our way over there though. And the job system leveling up is so slow. So slow. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm playing Bravely Default, just slower. It's fine though. Everything's fine.
It's a good game.
Everything's
I gotta get it soon. I was gonna get it,
Dude.
and I decided to
Dude,
pay
it's
for
it's sold out in
the
certain
concert
places.
instead. I mean, I'm not gonna get the physical just because if I'm gonna get physical, I'm gonna get the Wayfarer.
Yeah, no, that's gone. That's
Exactly. So I'm definitely
Because-
getting digital because there's no reason for me to not get digital.
It's the number one selling game on the eShop. I just like to point that out.
Yeah,
I don't doubt that for a second because I went to my Best Buy. It's my Best Buy because I was gonna fuck over my GameStop. I was like, yeah, let me get a copy of Octopath, and he's like, yeah, no, that's it's been sold out since 11. Like, don't y'all open at 10? Like, yeah, I was like, oh,
I was gonna buy a
Okay.
day one, but I decided to get a ticket for a concert instead.
that's you should have told me that. We need to
I
have
didn't buy it yet, but I decided to.
we need to have words.
We do. We're still waiting for words from other people, but we got you.
But I do have the Wayfair edition, and my mom was.
Do you have the Wayfarer edition?
I did. It was the
Oh.
last fuck you I did to my GameStop because
That's
I canceled it, and they were like, "Well, why'd you do that?" And it's just like, "Give me a month, and I'll explain." And I
How
can't wait to pick up my
dare
game.
you.
I have
Dang.
I have a reason. So when I went to pick up my game, they're like, "Yeah, no, that copy you canceled still showed up. So do you want it?" I'm like,
What?
"Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah." Because when you do a pre-order, the company's like, "All right, ship it here." So I went to pick it up, and my friend was like, "I thought you canceled it." I'm like, "So does Kyle look stressed out?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Is it because numbers?" He's like, "Yeah." How'd you know? It's like, "Yeah, when I canceled my pre-orders, his numbers tanked hard." And he was like, "You're a petty bitch." I'm like,
Oh
shouldn't have fired me. And he's like, "Yeah, you're right." So yeah, the store leader at my GameStop is very panicked right now because his numbers are not good.
Good.
Chris,
Hey.
it's Christo. No, not you.
Oh,
Christo. Tell your friend that it's honestly like if this game was $80, I'd probably get it. For one, it's a ridiculous amount of gameplay. I think they said it's like 18 hours to be able to beat the main story, and that's only. And I understand that's only because.
Oh no, it's
everyone.
80 to 100 to do 100%. And I was like, that's
Exactly.
a lot. I'm
The
like,
game has
cool.
honestly more content than like Breath of the Wild,
They were like, "Hey, no, we're not doing DLC."
How
by the way.
long
I'm
is
just like,
Octopath
They don't
Traveler?
have to do
30 plus
DLC.
chapters, 30 to 60 hours. And
Hmm.
that's just, yeah, for the average person who likes to take their time but won't do every possible side quest or activity, it should still take
I
you
thought about
35 to
this.
45 hours to complete. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I thought about something like this.
Trust me,
the other day.
there's more than $6 amount of content.
Yeah.
I thought about like doing the math of like what I justify as like time I spend in a game compared to
much.
like what I pay for it. I justify it probably like $1.
$1 an hour up your spool. Okay, you're using spool's rule.
Is that what he uses?
Yep, $1 per hour.
Yeah.
If I don't have at least 60 hours worth of fun, this game's not worth $6. I'm like, I feel you, but I don't feel.
Well,
can
the
understand
one
it.
the biggest example of that is like I did not play Arms at all, and that game cost me $40. I sold it for $20, so I lost $20 on that. And then the other one is what's it called? Mario Rabbids.
Oh, I still
I
want to
get
play
it.
that damn game.
You didn't like rabbits, really? So you like XCOM then, or Fire Emblem?
No, I mean I just
Do you still have it?
digital copy.
Damn it, Kyle.
Yeah,
It's gonna throw money at you.
I've offered
I-
already.
I totally would give it to one of
You
you.
throw money at me, I'll give you Xenoverse.
Oh, I'm good. Why would I do that when Spiders comes out at some?
Duel because it comes out so late.
Oh my
I'm
god,
not
guys,
getting
look
it.
at this. It's a PS4 Pro with a weed skin.
Oh,
420. Man, I love the Facebook Marketplace.
It
Dude, you gotta
is
get it.
a
It was
true-
just-
Wait, that person's selling 3 Wii games. He's selling Toy Story 3, Wipeout 2, and some monster truck game.
Dude, the Monster Truck game is
Monster
good.
Trucks Mayhem.
The Monster Truck game is good.
I'd also
it
like to
really?
point out, I've seen this
Yes.
post a few times. This person is selling an empty Xbox One Xbox. The Xbox One
Oh,
X is
that's
just the
valid.
box. They are selling the box.
I was thinking
Wow.
about getting a PS4 from Marketplace.
Respect.
Also,
Respect.
wait, what's that Vita cost?
There was a really
No.
good priced Vita.
I
That's
need one of
175. We
those.
could talk about this later.
Yeah.
I was scrolling because out of curiosity, I know other people have been selling games that we were talking about, and I was gonna see what they're pricing them. But the prices on here are rarely good.
Yo, Tiger Woods PGA
Say,
Golf.
Octopath Traveler is a
7?
cool game. I keep
I
hearing
really- it
very
is.
consistently good reviews.
Yeah, no one
It's
said
like
anything
right
bad
there.
about it.
Yeah, I've yet to hear any negative remarks about it.
It is
Time
No,
right
to
now
because
my
buy
the
the
game.
bad
is dumb.
review.
Tell them to get it.
It is right now my current game of the year.
It's like even like the trailers that led up to it, I never would have considered this a $40 game. So I don't know what your friend is on, Christo.
Chris, so your friend's dumb. Tell them to get the game.
You know what's not dumb? The fact that the Switch is doing amazing, and
It is.
it's on path to outsell the PS4. Was that
Uh,
was that the
it's-
exact?
No.
Somebody put it in the chat.
It can. I did. It can outsell the PS4 with the current track they're going on, but
I mean, it already topped it for year one sales, didn't it?
it did top it for year one, but currently PS4 is outselling.
Oh,
But-
I want to say one more thing about Octopath.
I don't think it
Yes.
will.
Square
I
Enix-
think it will, just knowing what's coming out soon. You got Pokemon, you got Smash, you got
Yeah, most
other
definitely.
stuff.
Yeah,
I can almost, and like, what's PS4 have coming up this year? Spider-Man? Is there anything else?
That lost me.
Last of Us. It's got
Yeah.
that coming up.
Is that coming out this year?
But
I thought it was next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's
Right.
still for like. That's also just like people
So
who
Well-
played the first one already.
Right.
Like, why
you
would-
got Spider-Man.
well, that's
You got Spider-Man coming out for PS4 and a couple of other things,
It's
and
just
then you have Smash.
it's a semantics argument then, because I look at it and I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I hope Nintendo does well. What does Nintendo? Okay, other than core Pokemon, what is that coming out in 2019?
They have core Pokemon, they have Smash, they have a couple of other
In-
things
in
that
2019. In
In
2019.
2019?
Yeah.
They have Kirby, they have Yoshi, they have
everything that wasn't announced
Kirby?
that's first party. We're probably going to get
Not
Animal
Kirby,
Crossing next year.
no, Yoshi and something else. If Fire Emblem. Is Fire Emblem coming out next year?
Yup,
Or is
next
it
year,
Yeah,
spring of
fine.
2019. Waiting for the collector's
Yoshi
edition
and
to be
fine.
announced. Oh yeah, Bayonetta's
That's what-
probably coming out next year.
Bayonetta isn't
Yeah,
to that
Bayonetta
level.
is
Bayonetta
also
is gonna.
amazing.
That's gonna get a lot of people buying the Switch.
Will it?
Yes,
Yes.
it will.
It's going to get a lot of people buying because it's It's an exclusive.
Hey, that's the game I talked to Ash about, the Tahoe game. Because I was
thought-
like, I need a dungeon crawler for my Switch.
I thought it was gonna be the first game you showed, which is Adventure Time. I was like, what?
No. I'm
People
just
will
going
laugh
through
over
the
the time.
list. Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2.
I'm so excited.
As am I.
But
I'm-
I
I
feel
won't
like
buy it, but I'm excited.
Hello
Hello
Neighbor.
Neighbor?
Yeah, you
That's
didn't know that?
hilarious. I didn't know it was coming to the Switch. That's hilarious.
Hello
Can we
Neighbor's
get
Can we get
$40?
Bendy and the
That's
Dead
sounds
Cells.
There's also Overcooked too. People are gonna buy for that.
Okami HD.
It comes out next month.
Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I forgot
It
about
also
that
comes
one.
out next month.
SNK
well,
Heroines,
like,
Torn to the Golden
I-
Country
okay, but
DLC,
people are
Dark
gonna
Souls
buy- okay.
Remastered,
Probably come out next
Mega Man
year, too.
11, Let's Go Eevee,
Star
Let's Go
Fox.
Pikachu, Super Mario Party, Starlink Battle for Atlas,
Oh,
Super
Star
Smash
Fox.
Bros. 100%, Dragon
See-
Ball Fighter Z,
So, but here's my thing.
Killer Queen
I
Black actually
think
looks
a
really cool.
lot of people that already have the Switch are the people we're thinking are gonna buy these games.
No.
I would
you
say
are-
that for the PS4.
Yeah,
People are-
you are
yeah,
100% forgetting the fact that holiday season is when a lot of these are coming out.
You're also forgetting how many people haven't bought the Switch because they've been waiting for games like Pokemon.
Yup. A lot of my friends who don't have them yet always still say that there's not enough games for them, but they're waiting on Smash. They're waiting on
Okay, no, that's
Pikachu.
true.
They're waiting on
Because to bring
Pokemon.
up the story, I was gonna say earlier, I was talking to my brother, who is not at all not the racist one, the cool one.
Okay.
Although he's
the one
not.
with the one that's not racist but has racist political beliefs.
Yes, that one.
Yeah,
What does that
He-
mean?
it does. It means.
I'll explain in the post show, which is available for Patreon members.
Oh my god.
Please stop, Kyle.
So
Disclaimer: we do not have a Patreon nor a post show.
Not yet.
Oh yeah, Metroid fucking 4
Chris, I haven't
Prime 4's
told
gonna
you.
come out
Chris,
one day.
I haven't told you we do have a Patreon.
Oh, apparently we have to have some discussion then.
I'm fucking with you, man.
Oh, I know.
No, so he's not a big video game at all, but he plays Pokemon Go with his now daughter.
Was there something else before?
I was gonna say.
Uh,
Wait, what do you mean now daughter?
well, he married somebody who had a kid.
So his stepdaughter.
Oh,
His
but
Yeah.
daughter,
All right.
but semantics, whatever. I'm an uncle.
You worded it weird.
I did,
Yeah,
but
dude.
I'm anyway, I'm an uncle. So yeah, and so he plays Pokemon Go with her, and I was telling him like, they have a game coming out that's Pokemon, that's not necessarily because he's like, but I played those games as a kid. I don't know if she's really ready for that because she's only in kindergarten. I'm like, nah, it's like half Pokemon Go. She'd be interested in it if it's not hard at all. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna look into that. And he doesn't even say that when I talk to him about video games. So man,
time out.
it's reaching people.
Wait. She's in kindergarten and he doesn't know if she's ready for Has he not seen what?
I mean, considering what some of the
The,
Pokemon,
the newer games are so easy.
they're easy,
But
but
he doesn't know that.
But considering the story, I don't know if I'd let a kindergarten play it either.
I mean,
Well, how old were you
It
when you
wouldn't
first?
stop me from letting my kids at that age play it. They're not
I,
that bad.
I feel you. I feel you,
They
but
would have
genocide-
no concept of what's going on. They'd be
Okay,
like, "Oh, this is a big weapon. All right, cool. Let's go. Water type." And then they just move on with their life. They wouldn't sit there and think about the details of the fact
Yeah.
the idea,
that Team Flair
Alex,
is
I'm
literally
with you.
attempting
I'm with you
genocide.
here. I don't know if a kindergartner.
I don't know, dog. It's just the fact that genocide was like a big theme in Gen 6.
I
and
mean,
But
what
also,
else are you supposed to do when nobody else has fashion like you?
No, well,
That's
he's only played
oh,
like
that
the
card
first
is so
one.
good.
He's
But
only
also,
played like
it's-
the first two games, so he thinks all
I was
Pokemon
gonna
games
say,
are like that.
Yeah, the first games are definitely not for kindergarten. They're not nearly as easy. And,
Yeah, he
and also
doesn't realize these
supposedly,
games are so easy now.
they're also supposedly getting back to that after Let's Go.
I'm so okay with that.
I am as well. I'm
Let my
sure.
dog-
We
Okay.
like the fast-paced gameplay of the modern-day Pokemon combined with the difficulty of the OG ones. Let's go.
Exactly.
Of like
I'm
Gen
sure.
1 and 2, loosely Gen 3,
I
I'll
actually-
take it.
Low
3
key,
wasn't actually that
I just
hard.
want a harder version. That's a.
I just want
harder
one where they
version.
don't hold my fucking hand the entire way through. I'm tired
I
of
want-
it.
Welcome to
I
Pokemon
want-
Storm Silver.
Chris-
Oh, dude, that was the thing I was thinking about. I've been thinking I'm gonna start a Twitter thread that I'm gonna add to as I go of like random thoughts I have while I'm driving for like my pizza delivery job. And one thought I was like, what are they if they make another Pokemon Let's Go? What are you gonna call it for Gen 2? Are you gonna have 3 of them, one for each starter? I don't think that'll work.
It's gonna be Let's Go
Shining-
Espeon and Umbreon.
It's Shining
that'd be
Silver,
amazing.
Glitter, and Gold.
I hope it is. Espeon is my favorite evolution, dude.
Shining Silver,
Umbreon
Shining
forever
Silver,
my
Glitter,
favorite.
and Gold. Those will be the names.
Oh god.
I hate that makes so
That's
much
not.
sense.
Yeah, they're not bad. I just
I
hate
thought
that
about
they
this
said it.
before because I am hardcore.
I'm hoping
I
that
love
the next.
OGs.
No, I'm hoping
I
that
actually,
Let's make
Go
Pokemon
ahead.
as hard as Dark Souls.
Let's fucking go, boys.
If that's how it would work, would it be like a Nuzlocke where if one of them gets KO'd, they actually
Yes.
get their head chopped off, essentially?
I'm
Correct.
fine
It
with
would be like the manga.
Every single
Stop
time you
it.
knock out another Pokemon, you're actually killing it, and in the process, you watch the souls literally flow into your Pokemon, and they get stronger every time. When they
But no,
evolve, it's because they've won so many battles that the power of so many other Pokemon make them grow to new heights.
I'm
like a
so
demon
good.
and
I'm
ghost.
hoping that the next remakes, like the next Let's Go, if you want to call it that, it's gonna be Christmas.
Gen 4 remake first. It's
It's
never going to happen, but
No, it
will. No,
Gen
it's
4
gonna
remake will
happen.
be on the Switch, because they have
No,
one
it's-
remake
yeah.
per console.
It's definitely going to happen. But
not in our
I
lifetime.
don't
I
know
like
what
Gen
to
4.
I like Gen 4 as well.
Everyone likes Gen 4.
Gen 4.
Okay, most people like Gen 4. There's some
No,
weird ass
that's
people that
not
don't like.
true.
I said
That
most.
is not true. That is
Most
not
people
true.
like Gen 4, but it's no one's favorite.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no, Gen 4 is a more vocally disliked generation.
Question:
it's
Gen,
starting to come around.
do you count Heart Gold Soul Silver as Gen 4?
Yes.
No, I did not.
It's a
Yes.
Gen 2 remake taking place during the development cycle of Gen 4. It is a part of Gen 4.
Well, then it's my favorite,
All right.
and then
So-
5 is my second favorite.
But that's the thing is, I
generation?
feel like I
I'm
count
sorry,
it
no
as
doubt.
Gen 4, but it's still Gen 2 remake. So it kind of falls into both categories, if not in between them. It's weird.
Mhm.
Gen 2 is forever my favorite. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I didn't actually like that much as remakes. I thought they were all right.
Quick,
I just
quick
want them to
question.
come down in price.
But Chris,
Quick
yeah, I
question
know, right?
here. We're talking about favorite ones. I zoned out real quick. We're talking about favorite.
Sure, go ahead with your
gens.
favorite generation. Why not?
It's Gen 3.
Oh my-
Like,
oh my god,
I am
agree with
very-
Kyle on something.
I was to say, all right, no offense, but join the bandwagon, I guess. Go for it.
Gen 3 to me is just,
I don't think it was that good.
Gen
I
3,
love it.
I thought Gen 3 was great, but I don't think
I
it's
think-
nearly as universally hyped as it needs to be, or as it
No.
is. It's like
I
beyond
think-
where it ever should have been.
I think Gen 3 might be my favorite. No, I think Gen 2 might be my favorite now. which
Crystal
is-
will forever be my favorite. If I had to pick a
Because-
second, it would probably be Gen 5.
Yeah, Gen
My
5
favorite
is
game-
great.
My favorite game of all time is Emerald, and then second is Fire Red because that's
Emerald
the first one
was
I
a
ever
very solid third game in a generation, though. I'll give you that much.
Yes.
But Gen 5, like, it's crazy for me to say I think Gen 5 would be my second favorite, especially because I hated
Gen
all
5
three
is so
starters.
good.
Could
I
not
feel like
stand
people hate
any
Gen
of the.
5.
I have no concept of, like, I have no like for any of the three starters in Gen 5, but it's still probably my second favorite generation, which is just a wild thing to say.
Like
But,
after watching Sugar Conroy's Let's Play, I like it more now. It's
Arides,
like,
I'm gonna choke you when we get on Xbox. Just saying.
What is it?
We've been farming for something for the last 2 nights, and they got it playing without me just now. But yeah, that's the thing with remakes is they've done like one per console. We got one on Game Boy Advance, we got one on DS, we got one on 3DS, and now we're gonna get one
So
on
that
Switch.
means, yeah, that 4 will
Yeah,
be.
Gen 4 will be remade at some point on the Switch, but I don't think we'll get it until 2020, 2021,
Here's
around
my
that time.
Ultra
I
Sun
love that.
Ultra Moon was a remake.
Huh?
Ultra Sun Ultra Moon was a remake.
Well, okay.
it's an
Yeah, but
enhanced
it's
version.
more along the
So-
veins of Black and White 2.
Uh,
That's
what
what
are
it's
the odds
intended
you
to be.
think-
Let's go with that.
Yeah,
Now,
But
I'll
they
take
now I
didn't
know,
actually do
That's
anything, honestly.
I
Yeah,
know
that's-
technically speaking, you can consider Let's Go maybe a remake of the originals.
It
I
is
know
If you
remake.
really want to get technical, I guess you could, but I still consider
it's
it
more
just
like a
a
remake on
spin-off.
the manga.
I honestly, I don't want a new game. I want another hard version of Gen 1.
Oh, I'm honestly tired of all the pandering to Gen 1. I'm like actually
I am
really
also
sick of
tired
it.
of the Gen 1, but I feel
I
you.
want,
I want a new hard game.
yeah, and I think
Yeah.
you get that in Gen 1.
Give me Gen 5, but difficult.
Gen 5,
Yeah.
I feel like Gen 5 was decently difficult for where
Black
it
and
was
white?
made.
I found Gen
For
5
when it was
really
made,
easy.
sorry. I
don't remember names.
got
That's
my
Black
butt
and White,
beat
correct?
by the Elite
Sage
Four a
and
couple
Perk and
times until I had to ditch my
Pachyracin.
Ferrothorn for Reuniclus. And then I swapped them, but they were still relatively difficult up to that
That's-
point, where I actually had
that's fair.
times
That
where I
was
was
very-
losing to the gym leaders, and I had never had that since my first generation.
No, that's very fair. It was very crucial on what Pokemon you used.
It was, yeah, if you didn't pick
But,
right, you literally got mollywopped.
Yeah, you would
Oh,
get
that
trashed,
was
but
me-
if you picked
that was
right,
me
it was a
Southern Moon.
cakewalk.
That's fair.
I used fuck, who did I use? The water one in Gen 5.
I also
Yeah,
picked
I hate
Oshawott.
Rowlet.
That's the thing
Oshawott.
is I like Oshawott a lot. I don't
Why
mind
did I say
Duat. I do not like
Oshaw-
Samurott.
Oshawott is great. Samurai is disgusting.
Samurott
It's
is
so
just
ugly.
weird. I don't understand the design, but I also really hate Tepig, and I also really
Yeah.
dislike Snivy.
I love
I
Snivy.
thought
I love
just-
Snivy. I love Superior.
Yeah.
I feel
I
same
like
things about
Snivy, but I don't like either of its evolutions.
Where
I
did
I
don't
like
like very
Oshawott. I'm mediocre with Duat. I cannot stand Samurott. Don't like any of Tepig.
That's why-
None of the three.
that's
Nope.
why I love Gen 3 is because I love every single starter. And
That is
that's
fair.
coming
Gen 3
this is
has
coming from
great
somebody
starters.
I like that this
I-
turned into
except
Pokemon
for Squirtle.
talk.
Yeah,
except for
It always
Squirtle,
does.
except for Squirtle and Totodile, I do not like most.
I was about to
Not
say,
Totodile.
Matt, you're back.
Not Totodile, it's
Oh,
Mudkip. What
Mudkip.
am I saying?
Mudkip!
Sky and Entropy get it.
Do you like Mudkips?
Mudkip is amazing. Do you have
Dude,
I
Cheeseburger?
don't-
Do you like Mudkips?
I heard you like
I
Mudkips.
don't like
I heard you like my.
I don't like many water Pokemon in general. I only used Samurott because I felt like I had to at that point because the other two are trash. I hate Gen 5 starters.
Okay, wait. How do you feel about Totodile?
Ugh.
Totodile's, he's great.
No.
I have a strong
We can't
dislike
be
for
friends.
Totodile specifically because
can't
I'm a
be
cynical
friends.
user.
No,
You like Totodile?
I fucking love
I
Totodile.
hate
great.
Totodile.
He's
That's
great.
so
He's
so
no, that is
pure.
aesthetic. That is
Totodile
so pure.
is so good. Dude, the sounds Totodile makes is the most amazing thing.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh my god.
so
God.
Totodile.
I'll play.
Dude, Christmas Totodile. I gotta find Christmas Totodile.
so
Go.
I'm just,
This is why Alex is my other half.
so I just want to play a little
Oh no.
play a little game real quick.
Oh
What do
yeah,
you guys think my favorite starter ever is?
that's a good question.
Eevee.
He's not. He didn't get that far ahead.
Cam is gone. Cam is gone.
Yeah, this is actually what I was trying to do, but there was no way around it. I had to transition from one thing to the other to get the gift to even load up, which is really unfortunate. But there was also like nothing else to talk about there. We're just talking about something so off topic. So let's finish this up real quick. Keep going. I just wanted to put Mudkip on screen.
Anybody-
Mudkips.
So anybody else have guesses or no?
I was
what
just not
gen?
paying attention
Oh, no,
because
that's-
I was so
that's-
focused on getting
that's
Mudkip.
That's too easy.
What type? Yeah, what type?
Ooh,
It's
what
grass.
type?
It's grass actually.
Turtwig.
Grass?
No.
You disappoint me.
No?
Turtwig
Is
is
it-
fantastic.
Chikorita?
Is-
No.
Oh god, I'd hope not. Bulbasaur.
Is it Trico?
Trico.
Trico's great.
Trico.
I'll
Alright.
eat it. Trico's pretty great.
Mega
Trico
Salamence.
is the Trico is the
Sceptile. I'm
I
tired.
was about to say,
leave
what are
me
you
alone.
talking about?
Leave me alone. It's
Trico-
like since 5 a.m.
Not a starter.
Shut up,
technically
since
he
5
is
a.m.
in technically he is in
No,
That's not the
Generation or
same.
whatever.
that's not the same.
But Trico is the only person I've ever it's the only time I've ever not evolved a Pokemon
Fucking idiot.
and
What?
carried it to the end.
What the fuck?
No, I've done the same thing.
I
Just-
carried Trico to the end because I love his aesthetic. And I love him in the anime too.
Okay, but Grovyle is just a better Trico.
That is also correct, but only because of the anime.
Mega
It's the anime, man. That's my favorite season of the anime is with May and her brother.
There will be no other
Fucking
better.
Max.
Did you guys know that people
Max.
hate the Orange Islands with Tracy? People hate Tracy.
Do
What?
they really?
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Okay,
I
Tracy
agree with
is
that.
kind
I
of
don't
useless.
like Tracy all that much.
You don't like
What?
Why? Tell me why. 'Cause I've never actually talked to someone.
I don't like that season of the anime.
Why don't you like Tracy though?
What? It's the one
not- no,
season
well,
Ash
I've
wins
associated.
something.
You what?
You what?
I'll be honest.
Asha what?
Honestly, okay. I misspoke. I'm sorry. I don't hate Tracy. I hate the Orange season.
How? It's the one time he wins something.
And that's why. Because it's so like anti the rest of the show.
What?
Yeah, he should. Yes.
I don't think he should win Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yes, he should win. Yes, he should win but like.
You don't like Totodile, you don't like Tracy? Just leave.
Like that's why the X and Y battle pissed me off so much. I'm like, Ash, you have a
X
water
and Y
type.
battle was
You're the
trash.
fire type. How not?
You want to
I don't
know how he
understand.
lost? Because the writers are crap.
Plot. You're right because plot.
That's not
There's
Ash's fault.
no
No.
reason he should have lost that final battle. Not a single
No,
reason
he
he
should-
should have lost an X and
See,
Y,
if you
but
look
they
at the
chose to
Eevees
make
and
him
Ivies-
lose.
Shut up.
Oh
Shut
my
up, Shay.
God.
Shay, shut the fuck up.
If you look at the possibility of a Greninja to Mega Evolve,
If you look at the RNG,
if you look at the possibility for Fortnite to have a Season 5, we can move discussion forward.
Okay.
Oh shit, that was actually pretty good, Chris.
no, but I think he should have won in Gen
Working on
4.
Kyle, you're ruining it.
No, this is actually
my
Fortnite
God.
Generation 5, guys. Come on.
You get to use Pokemon.
Oh, God.
Now
Alright,
it's
I have
motion
not touched
control.
this at all. The only thing I know about Season 5 is that there's golf carts. So
Yeah,
whoever can talk about it, go for it.
I can, I guess.
Our resident Fortnite expert, Alex Wadley.
You know.
I
I
guess.
fucking own the game. I own the game. Just
You're an idiot.
It exists.
Wow.
I am an idiot.
Cameron bought the game. You're an idiot.
You did.
Anyway, yeah. So there are ATVs in Season 5. They
ATVs. Yikes.
they call them ATVs because they're all-terrain vehicles, but they're basically just souped-up golf carts. You could fit 4 people in them. They have like actual driving mechanics and controls. And a very interesting thing is they pay homage to Mario Kart with they have a drift system where you charge up a drift and it gives you a boost, and it follows a blue, yellow, red color scheme.
What?
Pretty rad. I had to like the first time I played Season 5, I had a golf cart battle with another player, and it was like it was fun.
You sound so disappointed.
It was so fun to like literally like drive and shoot a guy with a shotgun from a golf cart after racing him.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'll be the first one in here to say that Fortnite is a good game and it's entertaining. That's what makes
Better
it
than
good.
PUBG, but that's not hard to do.
Yeah,
But
but
is it better than completely realistic battlegrounds?
you mean totally accurate battlegrounds?
That too.
Yeah, but the main theme of Season 5 is the breach between worlds. So basically, certain things from our world and the world are in the game now. There is a Viking ship. There are Easter Island heads. There is a half of the map is like not half the map, like a quarter of the map is a desert now. There's previously now one forest. Basically, they changed the map quite a bit. It's still the same map, but with new overlays, new areas, and some of the old areas are gone. That's honestly it. They changed a couple quality of life things for the guns, but otherwise, Season 5 isn't too much that's new. It's neat though.
You know?
And the Switch version now has motion controls.
It doesn't
Yeah.
really. It has gyro aiming.
Yup.
Yeah.
All right,
Basically,
I'm more
you know what?
considering playing it now.
No one can touch me ever again.
This is what I've trained in Splatoon for.
Exactly. It's literally
This is
Splatoon
the
now.
next generation of Fortnite players.
It is Splatoon.
That's funny as hell because like the way just oh god because
I didn't
Splatoon
think
has
it was
trained
because-
people on gyro aiming. Now
Exactly.
Nintendo Switch players that have played Splatoon are gonna be monsters at Fortnite, and that's
Yeah.
the funniest thing because if like there's crossplay, I would say that Switch players have a better chance than like Xbox and PS4 players. Not once in my
I didn't
life
think they
did I
would because
ever
of that.
think I would say that a Nintendo player has a better chance than an Xbox or PlayStation player
That is hilarious.
in a competitive game. But now that that's a thing, I could see it very much swinging in Nintendo's way.
Here's the thing, Chris.
Oh,
you say
God.
Splatoon train people. The Doom motion controls are the exact same.
I have not played Doom yet.
If
I didn't
you-
even know that they added gyro controls. That's amazing.
Yeah, dog. And they're so much better than
I
Splatoon.
found that out. Yeah.
They're even
Let
better.
me tell you. Yeah, let me tell
Oh,
you.
God.
They're a lot more accurate and more true to life because the game was more true to life. The Splatoon, of course.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if you play Doom, or if you play the same is true for Splatoon, but if you play Doom with gyro controls, you're gonna be destroyed.
Boy, I can't wait.
Alex, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are there any Nintendo costumes in Fortnite?
Not yet. There's hints, not hints. There are rumors, but
Oh, Shantae.
what?
There was Shantae.
It was
on
on
the screen.
Twitter.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought you meant there was a Shantae.
Half Genie Heroes very much. Alex, stop it.
What,
I see what you're doing over there on Twitter.
dude? Let me live my life.
I'm gonna make him get off Twitter.
You can block me on Twitter. That's the best you can do.
No. Hey, check
Oh.
something else.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Of course, I'm right.
Are we good with
No,
Fortnite
but-
then?
I
Yeah.
think I like the Motion Controls edition. I think it makes it so much more. It somehow reached like it's reaching more and more audience, which I didn't think is possible.
I feel
Because
like out
the
of all
game is so
the
big.
flavor of the month battle royales, Fortnite is absolutely going to last the longest, but I know at some point it's going to get dethroned. Like eventually something's going to come around and it's going to be the new big battle royale and everyone's going to be like, why did we ever play Fortnite? And then we'll just move on in the cycle because it happens
I don't
all the time.
I don't think it'll ever
Necessarily.
become not popular just because it's free.
I
It might
I
be a
don't
game
think
that comes out, and it might be more popular, but it won't make like Fortnite obsolete.
I don't
I
think it's
don't
going to become
think-
obsolete, but it's not going to be in the position it is for much longer.
see. I don't see it that way. I see it as people are gonna stop maybe playing battle royales more.
Oh, that would be nice.
Considering
Then
what's
just
next?
because I think the market's just gonna be everyone throwing their version of a battle royale at the wall. Nothing really sticks all that well, and then like, oh crap, we got to find something else. And then another game comes along that offers something new.
We're going to
And it was
make
like-
Call of Duty MOBAs.
Pokemon has a battle royale mode, kinda.
You mean Overwatch? What does?
Pokemon,
What did you just say to me?
technically.
Please explain this to me.
Did you not play Sun and Moon? Sun and Moon. Did you not play Sun and Moon?
Get
I did
out.
play something.
Get out.
Please explain
Did
to
you
me
do
about
the-
that.
You're gripping the pound right now. Get out.
Are you talking about the battle?
Yeah, that doesn't that
That's
count?
not a battle, right? No, shut up.
It counts.
Shut up.
Technically.
Buddy,
No,
stop. No.
that's
Good
not.
question.
I'm
No.
just here to watch the world burn.
What's
If anything,
good?
if anything, that's 5. That's
What's
the
up, Shay?
More tournament at 5.
Hey y'all,
Hey,
Yeah.
what's the next topic?
Warframe.
Something no one something one person here plays.
Oh, okay. I see
Two
how it
people?
is.
I forgot it was a game for like a hot second. I'm
It's
sorry.
coming
Until
to
they announced
Switch.
it- Yeah, until they announced that, I was like, oh yeah, it's a game.
Yeah, and you said earlier, Chris, that you're surprised it runs on.
I'm
Switch?
going to be very surprised if it runs decently on Switch because the Switch is not that strong of a console, and Warframe is a pretty intense game.
Is Warframe free to play?
Yes, it is a
Yeah.
free-to-play game,
That's what I thought.
and it's got.
So
All right,
it's
bear
Paladins,
with
that
me
being
here.
Paladins.
Bear with me. I used to play a lot of Roblox as a kid. That's how I met Matt and Sky, and they're still really
Oh, boy.
amazing best friends to this day. One of my favorite parts, even as a kid, about Roblox is that you could trade for the paid currency. There was a market at all times, and it was like a fluctuating economy that you could trade the base. It was called ticks. You could trade the base currency ticks for the paid currency Robux. So if you had enough, you could trade over, and that was my favorite part. The best part about Warframe, in my honest opinion, is the fact that it's free to play, and you can trade to get the paid-for currency platinum. You do not have to spend a single cent on Warframe if you know what you're doing.
That's
They
great.
give you like 50 or 75-ish platinum, somewhere within that range to start off with. So buy like a couple like weapon slots and maybe a Warframe slot, and then you go into the void with like these relics to farm special items for like weapons for Warframes, stuff like that. And you can go into the marketplace, like the market chat, and you can trade with other players for platinum, which is the paid for currency. There's even external websites. I use one myself called literally warframe.market, and there's just a ton of items for different platinum costs. And I have spreadsheets, and I know Arides does too, with the different pricings. and you can just constantly remake your money. I have made well over like 3,000 platinum just by selling things, flipping items, because people don't realize the prices and will sell it super cheap, or regardless. It's great because if you don't want to spend a cent on Warframe, you can very much get away with essentially getting hundreds of dollars worth of content in the game without spending a single cent, as long as you're willing to spend the time grinding for it. It's a fun game to an extent. I like a grind, but Warframe gets ridiculous at times, which is why I've gotten to the point where my grind in Warframe is grinding more for items to trade for paid currency, so I can avoid having to constantly grind for the ridiculously hard items to get that I still need. I don't know. But the fact that it's possibly going to run on Switch is wild to me because my Xbox can't even handle it all the time. There's a lot to this game. Warframe has it's Destiny if Destiny was good. There's so much content in Warframe. It'll keep you occupied for a while. It is a wild ride.
So what I'm hearing is that we're going to start a new Switch clan.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
They're going to have PC account transfers, and I have my old PC account from beta, which isn't much. I don't have too much on there. But supposedly all they do is they copy your account and paste over everything you own on that account to the to what's going to be the Switch. At least that's what they did on the Xbox and the PS4. If that's the case, I'll start off at like Mastery 4 or 5 if I'm lucky, and I'll at least have like a little bit of a boost, and I'll have Platinum from way back in beta when it costed nothing, and I think I bought like 500, 600 for like $10, and it's at least going to be a start. But again, I'm so afraid of how this game is going to run on the Switch. It's going to be wild.
30 frames per second.
I can't imagine it's going to be crazy.
And then they're going to have a tournament about it. I can't.
There is a PvP game mode in Warframe, but I've never touched it, and I don't think it's even worth being in the game.
And they're going to run a tournament.
Which we still need to have our hashtag 10FPS tournament for Dragon Ball FighterZ and or any other fighting game. It is going to happen this semester before I graduate.
Real talk. I have some connections. We can make that happen. Dude.
Oh, I could. Dude, literally all we have to do is just go into the queue. We take over the TVs. We're good.
Dude, like legitimate. I talked to the guy who was over the Overwatch. If I still talk to him, the one that I photographed for.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah,
I still have the one dude's card, and I haven't emailed him yet. Christo, if you haven't, we definitely should at the same time, just saying. Because I still want to shoutcast for him, but that would be amazing if we could set up like an actual fighting game tournament like that.
Shay and I were thinking about starting a club, but he's uncertain.
I would say I'll do it. I'll help, but again, final semester, so be warned. So yeah, Warframe. There's besides the fact that it's coming to Switch, there's a ton of other news. They just had TennoCon, which is the Warframe convention. There will be an account migration. There's no release date currently yet. The port is not being done by the actual company that makes it, Digital Extremes DE. They're outsourcing it, which is going to be interesting. I'm very curious how it's going to go. Like, I'm very weary of the Switch port. Like, I don't know what to say yet. I'm going to be transferring my PC account, though. That is going to happen.
That a game I've never heard of can be big enough to have its own convention.
You've never heard of Warframe?
No, like until today, I'd never heard.
Kyle's also not a gamer though.
Yeah, I'm hardcore casual.
You know, what a term. So TennoCon happened. They announced a bunch of new stuff, which is going to be Fortuna on Venus.
Really fucking good.
That's the one thing with DE is they always announce new content like constantly. It's a constant flow, and it is a great thing, and also simultaneously probably one of my most biggest annoyances with them is they always announce new things and don't focus on the old things that definitely need to be touched sooner than they get to them. But we're focusing on the positive here. Huh?
The game has fishing?
Yes, it does. I was doing it last night, and the game hated me. Mining returns, fishing returns. They've also got like a Poke Flute coming in Fortuna. So Fortuna is going to be like the open world part of Venus rather than just the missions. There's like different nodes you go to, and it's a mission on planets. You do multiple missions for planets and move on to the next one. There's an open world on Earth, which is what Arides, Nick, and I are farming at current. This is going to be the equivalent on Venus. They announced hoverboards. Thank God. The one big problem I have with getting around on the open world on Earth is that it's so slow. So hoverboards are hopefully going to alleviate that. The hunting mechanic is going to be interesting because there's going to be Poke Flutes and there's like tranquilizer guns. Railjack is going to be like a new big space battle. Oh yeah,
we're
there's a clip
these.
of the hoverboard,
These look
by the
really
way.
cool.
It looks really cool.
That's pretty sick.
There's the Railjack. I believe Nick kind of compared it to a Star Wars Battlefront 2, like the OG one game mode. I don't quite remember it, so we'll have to wait and see if he comments on it later on. Interesting. Good to know, because it's like I'm just getting around to already saying that it's crashing a few times, but I have the whole recording if nothing else. It said it's crashed on my end when I load into it, but I also can't get around that. They announced a crap ton is the main point. There's like, it's gonna be a big space battle though. Railjack is like, there's gonna be one big ship and people can get out of those and fight attacking ships. I don't have all the details because I didn't watch, but it looks really cool nonetheless. What else is there? And then the next cinematic quest, which is a big part of Warframe as well. You have different quest lines, and the latest 3 have been cinematic quests. They've all been really good, actually, so if nothing else, if you guys are going to play, look forward to those. The new orders probably this year or next year. They said they want to get all of this content listed out by the end of this year, which is not going to happen. I totally agree with this video. The dude is like, it's not going to happen. It's so much shit. But, like, I appreciate DE because they've always got their sights set on the next thing. They're like, how much bigger can we make our game? And honestly, for a free-to-play game, Warframe is fucking amazing. If you haven't noticed, I've been doing my best to hold myself back from cursing as much as I could tonight, and I had to say fucking with that because it's the proper emphasis. Warframe pisses me off a lot, but it is a damn good game the entire ride through.
Had it for so long, but I've never been able to play it because I had it on Steam and my PC just would not.
Yeah, DE also, Arides mentioned, DE is they talk to the community 24/7. Like, more so than Riot does for League of Legends, and Riot is a very vocal...
Their fucking sound team, I want to work
they're
for them
amazing.
so bad.
Yeah, actually, it's on PS4, so while we're back at Kent, you should try and play it on somebody's. I was gonna say mine, but I don't have PS Plus, and I think you need it to play that.
I got PS Plus since it was on sale.
So you could play it on Shay's. You can always just try out my account when I get there on my Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm mastery rank 16, and there's currently 26, I think. It's a hell of a grind to even get to 16, but the main point is I have access to basically everything by the point where I'm at, so I could let you try out pretty much anything. Except for the different Warframes. I don't own all of them because I'm too lazy to hold on to them all. Or farm them all. But Warframe's just a crazy big game. Very weary of how it's going to run on Switch, but I have stars in my eyes hoping that it's going to be great because I'd love to see another community introduced to the game properly.
True.
Where did that echo come from?
I heard that too.
That was awesome, though.
From the void.
I also have stars in my eyes for Skullgirl's second encore!
Dude.
Encore.
I was playing this game recently.
I need it back in my life, Shay.
So I was playing it recently with Ricardo.
I need it back in my life.
He proceeded to body me, and that's when I remembered this game is a lot more like the frames of everything, along with how smoothly it runs, even as you're getting your own ass beat, is incredible.
Oh yeah.
And like, it's very technical to the point where, even though I was the one with the winning streak, I felt like that was more because I had picked Cerebella than because I was actually doing anything to Ricardo. What?
That is why you cowered.
There's nothing wrong with that. People play Jin and
Hey,
Crow.
Big Band's good too, right?
Big Band.
Even more of a coward.
No. I decided. It was at one point where he beat me like 10 times in a row, so I was like, alright. I changed my characters to Cerebella and Big Band.
Oh my god.
A coward.
Why you gotta do that to the man?
Jay, I'll be honest, you're scum. Like, that's...
A bully.
Damn,
Nah,
that's
he's
some
still not nearly
Kyle.
as bad as me, where I'll only play Squiggly, and only Squiggly. You guys can pick 3 characters, I'll stick with my one Squiggly.
That's fine, but Squiggly isn't. Like, your Squiggly is not the same as Shay's Big Band and Cerebella.
That's fair, but my Squiggly is still its own form of cancer. It just might not be as big of a tumor.
Yo, shout out to the time I beat Alex in this game.
Proud of you, kid.
There was also, okay, just one more thing to notice because it was hilarious. This man at one point remembered how to play the game, so he went all out,
Oh no.
brought in Squiggly
Yes.
and Eliza as a team.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You
And
had
he-
me and then you lost me.
No, listen. This man, he caught me every time and proceeded to rip me a new one with Squiggly's DP because he remembered how to do that, and I was like, oh, DP is Dragon Punch slash
Yep.
Shoryuken.
As I
for
say,
those
do you not
unfamiliar.
remember all the times where I'd be like, hey, get over here, and then immediately just deck you guys right back across the map? Come on now.
So he remembered how to do that, but then he comboed into Eliza's switch in,
Oh, God.
and then proceeded to activate her aerial special twice in a row as I was backed into a corner. It was just ridiculous.
Oh my.
Is there any new content coming, or have they said they're going to do anything new?
That's
Or
what
is
I
it-
was about to say. I thought they said they were
Physical
going to add
and digital
something.
copy. They're adding
Also,
A physical copy of the game's
Just a
release
quick-
for Switch.
It automatically comes with everything,
know
like all the
that.
DLC.
Yes, because
like-
it's second
it's
off.
second on-
Thank God, dude. I'm so hyped. I swear to God, they said that they were going to add something more, though. I
They
could
are,
just be crazy.
They are adding something. They're
What is
adding
it?
the arcade mode. What's it called? I know what you're talking about.
Is there? I didn't know that. Is it only for the Switch version or for every version?
I believe it's only for the Switch.
Huh.
So, oh no, it's already on the other. Where is it? I'm trying to read fast.
I'm pretty sure it already has an arcade version.
Not sure.
It was gonna be on the Wii U. What?
What?
so it,
Oh,
it,
wow.
no, so it is coming on the Wii U. It's confirmed. It's not on the Switch. It's just the Wii U.
The Wii U is the
Kyle,
only
I'll cut
console we've
you.
ever needed, okay?
Yeah.
What's the Switch?
Well,
God, I
can say
just...
one thing about
You know how
Well,
amazing it would be if they actually said, hey, we're going to actually make new characters while we're at it?
I'm praying.
I feel like it's
wait.
on so many consoles at this point, you might as well. The game is still popular.
I love Stargirl.
They're gonna actually-
more characters.
There's gonna
My
be
game allows me to get a true happy birthday. Mine
Dude,
still has
stop.
people playing it.
So, I have Kyle. Hold on, wait. There is a chance they'll bring the main character from in the Skullgirls. There's a small chance.
From who?
Indivisible.
So they're Zero Labs. That's the name of the dev, right?
The
Zero
Lab
Labs.
Zero.
Yeah, Lab Zero. So they're making another game. It's an RPG.
Indivisible.
Yes, I'm so fucking excited for this game.
Okay.
Indivisible is
So-
an action RPG which will follow Ajna, a girl with unexplained powers as she takes on enemies who are attacking her town. Release
And
anticipated
she's gonna be
2019.
in Skullgirls?
There's a chance.
Oh,
There's potential.
There's a potential.
Okay.
that'd be interesting.
What does this have to do with me?
Nothing. I want to cut you
You
off.
just
I'm
wanted
trying
to
talk.
Damn.
I want to
I
Damn.
thought
for a
I
second.
thought no. I thought you were addressing this to me because I
Oh,
had
no.
something.
No
Okay,
one
my
ever
bad.
thinks anything to you.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I don't know,
Oh.
but fair.
Indivisible's gonna
Yeah.
be a great game. I got to play the demo. It's fucking amazing.
So, Skullgirls.
I might
Say-
actually buy this. Not gonna lie.
I will.
Dude, I have an entire
Honestly-
booklet full of games I still need to buy, like Fighter Z, now Skullgirls is on that list again. Like,
It's low-key becoming like a fighting game, and I'm so happy.
oh, I've noticed. In the last
The
year or
FCC
two, we've
love
just
it.
gotten so ridiculously into fighting games. It's kind of disturbing.
So Alex, when you gonna get a cross tag Twitch?
Wow. As
We
I
talked
said,
about it. We talked. The second you buy it, I'll buy it.
as I said, I was gonna. I have too many things to buy from one, right? I gotta get Splatoon again. I gotta get Octopath. I gotta get the ticket for this kind of
You
series.
gotta get
I gotta
Octo
get
expansion.
I heard that. I heard that.
I had the
Let's sell
expansion.
in the nut shop.
I had the expansion when it released, but I also have to
Okay, I had those gaming chairs. I'm not gonna
pay for certain birthdays that are coming up soon.
Uh,
I have to pay for like 4 in 1 month. So
I'm so cringing
Yeah.
at these now.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
Oh well, there are two more
Hashtag
things we can
ad,
address.
not sponsored.
Yo, bring up the before I think of it. Bring up the Smash leak.
There's also Calling 2.
There's a Smash League?
Yeah, there was
No.
one on. It's not that reliable because it was on 4chan, but
Oh, God.
Here, to be fair, every link comes from 4chan first, technically, and then the credible ones make their way through the gauntlet. of
See, I
Reddit.
didn't put Culling 2 in there because I didn't know if we actually
This
wanted
got-
to talk about it.
this
But if
got
you
picked
want
up
to, we
enough.
can.
I mean, if you want to end, I have no problem. There's not
I have
really-
no problem to
Yeah,
go
well,
with
Culling-
one more story. It won't kill me. Thank God I have today off.
I
if
could.
you want to.
I mean, I'm just gonna
Alright.
pass out as soon as it's done. I can use all what I have left. Yeah, but Kirby. Are we live?
Oh,
We're
here.
live. Okay.
Yeah, we're live again. I'm gonna
Alright,
remove a couple
sorry.
of these.
I didn't
real
want to
quick make
start
it go
before we.
faster. I can read it off real quick unless someone else has
Yeah,
it pulled up.
because I don't really know
Okay.
anything about what happened.
This was literally like this was posted while I think right after we started. I saw somebody tweet it out. So we
So they
already
knew.
knew that we were getting Adeline and Ribbon, which are Kirby 64 Crystal Shards characters, which is
Right.
fantastic because that's like the one Kirby game I've ever played. I played Superstar Ultra on DS, but I don't really count that one because it's just a remake. It was fun, but it also isn't like really story based. I don't remember like any of Crystal Shards besides the fact that you combined powers, but I remember loving it to death as a kid. I rented that game like 7 times. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, so you already know you're getting these, but you're also going to get new maps. You're going to get Kirby 64 the Crystal Shard stages that are specifically remade for Kirby Star Allies. Have fun. Like, what?
Star
What?
Allies.
Right.
What?
Star Allies, is that the?
That's the one that's out currently on Switch.
Oh, okay. That's the one where they follow you around. Okay.
Yeah, where you
Did
throw
they-
love at each other.
Didn't they announce another game that was coming out for Kirby? There was something, or was that just for like the DS or something? Or
nah, fam.
I have no
Fuck
idea.
that.
wasn't it gonna be? I could have swore there was another Kirby game where it's not fighting, but it was kind of like a.
Dude,
I'm-
Oh,
Maybe
Kyle,
I'm thinking
Kyle, you're a few months.
that's so old.
Kyle,
that's
you're
so
a few
old?
months late. Yeah.
That's so old.
Man, hardcore casuals don't pay attention all the time. So.
Oh my god.
That's fair.
I feel like that's your excuse.
Yeah, as I say, at this point, it's literally just
But
gonna
it
get
is.
excuse.
But like it is. Like I don't.
But you've been on top of the entire first half of this conversation.
Yeah. I guess. Hey man, everybody makes mistakes.
In his,
Mine-
in his
Everybody
defense,
has those days.
In his defense, he's the wrestling guy.
Yeah.
If
Listen,
that doesn't
I
tell
just-
you.
Listen, I gave all of my effort for those first 4 stories, and then I just kind of crashed.
Proud of you, kid.
But no.
Like OBS.
You know, too
I'm
soon.
sorry.
Too
No,
fucking
but
soon.
yeah, I don't know much about Kirby games really at all, so I guess that's probably another reason I got confused. I've never really played one. I know he's a cool character. He's my main in Smash. 'Cause,
Damn, yeah, you are the filthy fucking casual.
Damn.
I'm
Okay,
not
but the
filthy
guy who
casual.
bodies this consistently was a Kirby player. So I will
Dude.
put up with that.
Maddie.
Don't-
Can we get Maddie on the stream, dog? When Ultimate comes
no.
out, we gotta get Maddie on stream.
That means we gotta get Danny and Ryan back too.
Yeah,
No idea
I
who
think
those
Ryan's
people are.
dead.
Oh.
He's alive somewhere. I've seen him.
he's on Instagram.
His hair is short now. He's dead.
I think he looks
Oh,
really good with short hair.
yeah.
Stop.
He looks
What about
amazing with
Tim?
it.
Exactly.
What about we're getting Tim on,
I
right?
was say, does that mean we have to get Tim? Do we have to get Dad as well?
If we
No
get,
idea who these people are.
Oh, Dad. I haven't heard that name. In
I
so
know,
long.
right?
if we get that, we gotta get Flapjack.
Oh my
Oh no,
god.
no! I refuse. I refuse.
I just love
Not
the
after
fact
that
that we're
Luigi incident.
we're mentioning all these names and
Oh, no.
anybody's just like, who are they talking about?
Can we get Chowder too?
The Smash scene at Kent. Oh my god.
Dude, is he coming to Kent? Is Flapjack coming to Kent, or is he going somewhere else?
I have no clue.
Hmm.
I need to find out. I can't wait. I can't wait.
He tried to friend me on Facebook. I think I might still have the
Accept
request.
it. Accept it. I can't wait to do dirty things to him with Luigi and Ultimate.
All right. In the meantime, the culling too.
Yeah. So,
What is he calling?
the calling 2.
I have no idea.
The very first story. So, some backstory. The calling 1 was a battle royale game.
Oh
It
god.
was before battle royale was popular. It was like quite a while ago, like I want to say like 3 years, maybe 2 years. But it was the melee. It was basically a melee based battle royale where you were dropped onto an island. You were given some material. You can craft like weapons, and then
Okay.
you can also find weapons.
It's been so long that I was like, I don't know what that is, but you're actually kind of refreshing me, which is kind of wild. I think I very, very barely remember this game.
Right? Yeah. It was.
Achievement Hunter played that.
It was definitely something. But the game.
Oh, they did.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great by any means. But it basically died out. It died out because they started changing it a lot to try to fit player like concerns and
Demand.
yeah,
Interesting.
player demand. And then it got like bad because they kept doing that, and they stopped doing what they wanted to do. But anyway, they disappeared, and then I think I want to say like July 8th or July 9th or July 7th, somewhere around there, they came out with a surprise trailer for the Calling 2. They came out with a surprise trailer for the Calling 2 that was released July 10th. The game looks like H1Z1.
Great.
Yep. It is now very much more PUBG Battle Royale. It's no longer
Gross.
gameplay. They added guns to it.
Gross.
Yeah, it had an awful launch. For one, the launch was like 75 people.
It got Lawbreakers treatment. I'm interested now.
Both PS4 and Xbox had a couple of issues. And they live tweeted all of this, right? So PS4 and Xbox had a couple of issues. They talked about it, they were like, okay, we'll get it working, don't worry about it, right? And then, so 4 days ago,
Whoo, boy.
the Calling 2 tweeted, so today's launch went exactly as expected, huh? No bugs, bumps, or issues at all. Let's try again tomorrow, shall we? It's with a gif of Donald Glover making his face from Donald Glover Weirdo. Not a good face. More player concerns with just like troubleshooting that they covered. And then Xaviant, which is the publisher or developer, one of the two. I think it's developer. But they tweeted out, it's time for us here at Xaviant to come together for some much needed soul searching and to have some admittedly difficult discussions about the future of our studio. We'll talk soon. And then yesterday, the Calling 2, all they tweeted was the gif of the dog sitting in the house that's on fire that says, "This is fine." And that,
Oh my god!
and there has been nothing since then.
Can you imagine all the
Oh,
development
that's
time they
scary.
put into it just to see it become a literal dumpster fire?
That is the Calling 2.
That's
Jesus.
worse. Okay.
It
I
is worse than
referenced
Lawbreakers.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's my favorite story of video games ever, is Lawbreakers only having 12 people online at one point.
Dog.
Oh
It's
my
really
god,
bad.
that's so amazing.
For one, the fact that it's a completely unoriginal idea. They completely trashed what they had good about the first game. They had hella troubleshooting experience. But for the fact that one, no one wanted it, and two, the game doesn't work.
This could be the greatest story ever.
I think each I want to say each like each match was 50 people, and I think the most people playing it at any one time was 75.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
That's a game. That's amazing.
$20.
This is my favorite thing ever.
The fact that people actually spent that.
It's hilarious.
What was the price again?
$20.
I'm fully like I'm so certain whoever did pay for it knew exactly what they were getting into.
So
They had
they announced it on July 9th, launched it on July 10th, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
oh god.
That is the story.
I do remember Achievement Hunter playing this though.
Oh god.
first-
Yeah.
It's one of
One of the
funnier videos they've done.
One of the players one of the YouTubers I watched, Northern Lion, used to play it, and it was a decent game. It was by no means really, really good, but it was one of the first like battle royales before battle royale was popular. It could take off, but
Dude, it's just. Oh, sorry.
it was not great.
No man, I gotta do research.
Oh my god.
Oh
Ew.
sorry, this might not be age appropriate.
Dude, you can buy it and refund it.
Oh yeah, as long as you play less than 3 hours.
So I promise you will. You
I
will
would
play
not buy it. It's fine. But I'm just so curious. User reviews very negative. Because it has like a 3 out of 10 on Steam and like a 2 out of 10 from IGN.
This is not the calling.
This is
It
this is
contains
not
no
the culling.
elements of the
It
original.
contains no elements of the original culling. It is more of a bad ripoff of PUBG and H1Z1. Do not
Okay,
buy.
that second comment though.
Yeah.
Oh god, 1 second, we'll get to it. Do not give this dev team any money for this obvious cash grab. Very disappointing. I played alphas that played better than this. And then the second one, I stubbed my toe on the way to install this game. That was the most enjoyable part of the experience.
Let me tell you, it sounds mean. They're all correct. They're all very right.
Oh god.
I hesitate to use the word scam, but it kind of fits here. Do not buy this game. I'm glad I didn't get a free key for this game because now at least I get satisfaction. I'm clicking the refund button.
If you for some reason bought this game, remember that it is possible to get a refund. Oh no!
Jeez.
This dude has 11.2 hours and gives it a thumb up.
How?
Oh no! If you want to see really good reviews on Steam, by the way, go to Fallout 3.
Oh,
boy.
There is a journey on Fallout 3. Why do you not just have my birthday memorized, Steam? What's going on here?
Are you signed in?
Yes, at all times.
Time out. Time out. I have to remember where.
All right. I used to go through these. We used to do it for fun from time to time. There's some wild reviews on the Fallout games if you dig for them. Besides the fact that this dude's literally just I love Todd Howard.
I love that.
I mean, don't we all?
Liam Neeson literally gives birth to you. Recommended 43.7 hours on record.
Wow.
Here, I could probably just do a Google search and find it faster, but there's
Um,
there's just a entire list of amazing Fallout reviews on Steam,
Yeah.
and they were hilarious.
Not to, like.
10 out of
sidetrack
10 on
this.
Steam.
Can we do
by the way.
this? Can
We can do this another time. I'm more just like,
Yeah.
this is.
Because
I want to find this now.
Because there was. I do kind of want to bring up the Smash thing now. That I think about it.
do it. I have no idea what you're talking about, so please.
Yeah,
Let me find.
because I'm clueless too.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fallout New
It's
Vegas.
Smash, though.
Fallout New Vegas
It's-
review. Got shot in the head 58 seconds into the game. 10 out of 10. Survived 2 bullets to the head, but died being hit by an old lady with rolling pin. Would recommend.
That's
If I
awesome.
can
See,
find
this is just
the,
the start.
Wait, Kyle, is it about the Smash ballot?
No, it's about the 11.
I did
added
hear about
characters.
11 added characters. No, I only heard. The one that I heard that was most common was
Okay.
3, which was Ridley, Inkling, and Belmont.
Yeah.
Okay, so this. Okay.
A question. From
huh?
the link that you're reading from. How
Yes.
old is the post?
It.
No,
This
Bruce.
article came out. Let's see, July 6th of 2018.
All right,
Okay.
that's
All
fair.
right.
I'll
Go
put.
for it.
Hold on, I'll put the link in the chat here. Hold on, so you guys can look at it too if that's easier.
It's just a fucking picture of Heihachi.
Hey, Hachi.
No, I
Okay,
really-
I'll read it.
Huge 4chan.
4chan leaked out possible
You
DLC or added characters to the game.
But you'll have to
Possible.
solve a
Possible.
series of riddles to figure
And-
them out.
This
Yes,
is so
yes.
garbage.
So,
They would
so
never
let
do
me
an ARG.
let me put let me just tell you the names. So they said in July there'll be a mini direct. I think that's a little too late for them to do that.
A little too late or early?
A little.
I mean,
well, they said
they've done it
they're
before.
gonna release a mini direct to talk about some games coming up.
They've done it before, and there's often is a mini direct right after E3. So that hold up.
They talk about games they didn't talk about E3, and they mention so the named characters are King and Ponytail.
Okay.
King is believed. I've watched some videos. King is gonna be what the villain from the
Okay, here. If you want to just read off the code names, I'm already scrolling through to find the exact. All right, so
Yeah.
King,
So it's-
people they're speculating is King K. Rool. Ponytail, they're
King-
speculating is Dixie Kong.
Yeah.
Old man?
This Dixie Kong.
Old man,
In August-
they're thinking is either Cranky
There's
Kong
no
or
way.
fucking Heihachi.
There's no way this is
Heihachi.
crazy.
That will
Wait,
never
no,
happen.
Heihachi.
The reason they
They
think
cannot put either in. There's no way.
the reason they think it's Heihachi is it's also they think it's gonna be released at Evo.
Nah,
Which
not
would be-
happening.
No. Okay.
So,
no.
In September, they think it's going to be a character named with a nickname Archer.
They're thinking it's Decidueye, which I can see.
Not
I can
that
see
whole
that.
That one I can see, but I also like whatever. That's not really a leak. That's kind of just expected or assumed.
In October, they want the characters Warrior and Secretary.
Warrior,
Simon
they're thinking is
Belmont.
Simon Belmont, which is also heavily speculated regardless. I can
And
see it.
Isabella.
Yeah, Secretary, the popular guest, seems to be
Here's the
Isabella.
thing. I've also heard Isabella from some other place as well.
I've heard a lot of people want Isabella. I haven't heard it.
I
yet.
would
Yeah.
name Isabella in a heartbeat. I'm just saying that now. Then November they have Mech.
One decent guess on 4chan is Elma from Xenoblade X.
I've also heard that as well.
I don't know
might
who the
be-
But
Xenoverse
I
characters
doubt
are.
it.
Somebody
it could be
from,
the
somebody
new
from
mech
Xenoblade.
they have.
And then they have four
the new mech
others
they
that will become DLC and won't get trailers are Rhythm,
Please get the fuck out of here with that shit. They've been calling that since
Folklore,
Brawl.
Yeah, they have.
Doll, and Prime Ribs.
God. I hate that this person's like, you gotta solve riddles. No, they're actively just messing with people on the internet. You know this is not real. Alright, here,
They're
I'm just
not
gonna quote the
putting-
article here. The
they're
last
not
one
putting
sounds
Dark
like a
Samus
reference to
in.
the Metroid Prime series, possible hinting at a Dark Samus
They're
character.
not
Doll
putting
could
Dark
be
Samus
Gino
in.
from Super Mario RPG, a perennial fan favorite, while Rhythm may be a reference to the Chorus Kids from the Ribbon
Kynes.
series.
The chorus Kynes.
I was to say
heard
the
that.
Chorus Kinds from the Ribbon Heaven series. As for folklore, no one seems to know what that could be referring to, and it looks like we won't know for another 6 months or so. You want to know who it is? Clearly, it's going to be Crystal from Star Fox Adventures.
She's already an assist trophy.
Right.
Please don't do this to me.
So is
Stop
Dark
me.
Samus.
No, hold on. I saw.
Yeah, no, this is BS. I'm sorry, kiddo.
Yeah,
I know it's BS.
You know the worst part
I
is,
watched it-
one of these is going to be right. My guess is it's going to be Decidueye. Someone's going to be like, huh, you
Simon
called it
Belmont.
fake, and it's like, bitch, we all kind of assumed that was going to happen. You can't call one thing in a leak to be correct.
Dude.
Oh, also Simon
It-
Belmont would be another one I'd put a
I
good one
I
in.
fully believe in this leak. It's
I
gonna
like
happen.
the amount of people that are speculating it could happen, and because they're like, we're bringing everybody back, which means they do have the licenses to like Cloud, Bayonetta, etc.
Shit, what was the one I watched?
Ryu mainly, Cloud and Ryu. I like the two big ones. I'd
no,
say.
I saw a video
There's a-
that.
Just go.
Okay, maybe it was this one.
There's a lot of possibility for other characters like Simon Belmont and stuff that's
I'm
not
telling you
necessarily
straight up.
from Nintendo games, which would be
I'm
awesome.
telling you
Prime
straight up.
Ribs. Another thing I saw for Prime Ribs was I can't read names here because
Oh my
I have the
gosh.
video on silent. I think the name was Lynn from Mother.
Lynn's already an assist trophy.
Lynn
Okay.
from Mother.
Nope. That Fire Emblem already assist trophy confirmed.
I'm
There we go.
Folklore is
No,
the-
for a mother.
Not a
These
thing.
are
No.
These are the three games we're
Don't
getting.
even.
These are the three characters we're getting. We're gonna get Shadow. We're gonna get Simon Belmont. Or we're gonna get Zero.
I like that if you type
Zero?
in Lynn Mother, it comes up
from
Lynn Fire Emblem anyways.
pops up.
Yeah.
Also, just
Um,
that.
Folklore is believed to be the character from Okami.
Okay, I'd be so okay with Okami.
That'd be sick, but
I want
they have the
Amaterasu.
speculation, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think it would be an assist trophy before an actual character, but I'd be so down with Amaterasu.
I would as well.
I know Erdes would freak out just by seeing Amaterasu come up in Smash, even if he doesn't play.
Yeah.
There it is. I need Amaterasu. You tried, kid. He's so hyped you can't even pronounce it right.
No,
Yeah,
that's the name now. Amaterasu.
That would
So,
be my
like,
nickname
that-
every tournament.
That's the. I'm surprised you guys didn't see this because Omni released a video that's what
I
originally.
don't watch Omni.
It wasn't. We didn't see it because it's fake.
Well, he like what he talked about, like, because he joked about it because he didn't think it's real either. And again, it's 4chan, so it's whatever. Also, let me just ask, why is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure trending?
Because Heart
I was to
Fire
say,
Oreo. Venta Oreo.
it's
is,
also I was to say it's also Toonami
Saturday
plays Saturday nights.
Oh
Yeah.
They're on this episode, huh? Good to know.
Yeah.
I'm not on that episode. So spoilers.
I
You're
mean,
not watching
wow,
the show.
Jotaro punches somebody in the face.
I'm gonna finish it as soon as I finish Kai.
Oh God.
I'm angry now. I'm legitimately angry. Of course, man.
Chorus Kinds from the.
God damn.
Yep.
Of course, Kynes are my favorite.
Alright.
I'm glad we could end this on a joking note.
Actually, so fucking angry.
I'm not.
Alrighty then. I don't.
Well, I could bring up another video game related news, but it's
No, you're
back to
done.
wrestling.
You're done.
You're done.
Yeah, you're done. All,
Honestly.
all credibility you have. is
You
out the
had
window.
your chance.
I did a really good start to the video. I wish I had ended better.
Oh no.
Cocaine ruin your brain. Hey, please don't do cocaine. Hey.
A little premature there, Kyle. Yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm too late.
Yeah. So that was a show.
That
Well-
fuck, dude. Why?
I had fun. How about you?
Sure.
I'm going to drink a rum and coke now.
At least we did one. I had one earlier.
Jealous.
Yeah. Why is that stop sign backwards? Never mind. It's a coin too. I don't even know why I asked.
All right.
Huh.
So, you disgust me, Alex.
You didn't talk about Nutella.
No, we are not talking about it. You guys don't need to know what disgusting shit we have talked about. Y'all,
Oh, no.
everybody knows the existence of like the midnight conversation. Like once you get 2 a.m., 4 a.m., shit gets
3
weird.
a.m. Smash.
Shit gets weird.
Oh,
3 a.m.
yeah.
Smash.
The How I Met Your Mother rule. Don't do things after 2 a.m.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah,
No,
that's
it's
pretty
3 a.m.
fair.
Smash.
No, it's 2 a.m. Oh well, he's referencing something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 a.m. Smash.
3 a.m. Smash.
Yeah, you know,
All right, we're done here.
yeah, that was a show.
Thank you everyone for stopping by. Thanks Movement Watches for sponsoring the
Oh
podcast.
my god.
Oh, you cannot do that.
Kick him out the call, please.
All right, I guess we gotta get to this point again, huh?
No, please, no.
Oh god, I almost hit block.
Do it. Snap your fingers.
This does put a smile on my face.
He's actually gone. Like,
He's gonna get on the.
I was gonna say,
hate you.
yeah, if he gets in
Every
the other chat,
fiber.
that'd be amazing.
Fiber of your being.
This does put a smile on my face. Oh god, that just gave me an idea. All right, thank you guys all very much for joining us for this long 2 to 3 hours. I didn't even keep track. We started at like
Goodbye.
what,
And good night.
10,
Bang.
15, 10,
this is
20
the
ish.
first time I've been
3
able
hours.
to stay until the end of a stream.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Right?
And the last time.
Closing time.
You know what I hate? That closing time is never closing time.
Yo, wait.
All right,
No, shit, you can't leave yet.
Bye.
Shay, stop.
You have my information. Everything's already in the screen.
Shay.
No, I was
No,
gonna
he
make
actually
Stove
did
it.
leave.
The post show
I-
is just us watching Stove play Overwatch.
Honestly,
Why
I
do
dig
you-
it.
He knows what to do.
Why do you
The
leave?
coward. Because the coward.
Alrighty, anything else anyone else has to say?
Nope.
Yeah. Yes.
I've never seen this.
Have you not seen that?
No.
Dude, Ashley Shay showed me at the beginning of the
Excellent.
summer, and it changed my life.
I've never
watch
seen this in
I
my
gotta watch
life. There you go. All right.
Oh my god.
The Twitters are in the sidebar. The Twitters are underneath the channel. I don't have anything else to say.
Thank you,
Honestly.
Sky,
Besides the
Eddie.
fact that she responded to that video with motherfuck you. Alrighty.
Thank you guys for sticking around and listening to us talk.
I just love the reaction, motherfuck you.
No. He was so weird.
Oh no.
I
Oh
feel like
my.
I missed something. Why is he
God.
so angry?
You know, I'd love to know. I really would. But here we are.
I'm looking at the chat now that we can't see it. I do think we should talk about Chris's love life. Arides, that's a great idea.
Yeah, about that. I could easily just do this. And this. Good night, everybody.